Oh, is ready.
Yeah, he said it'd be a few minutes late, so we're he's been sent downstairs, so he's got to clean the stain.
He's licking it off the floor.
Yes.
Hey, Duff.
He's in timeout. Yes, sir.
Do you see that we still only have one inspiration? Or remember we talked about that?
Oh, that's funny. No, I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be a crawl here. I will fix that for you. There you go.
Thank you.
We get two?
Whoa.
It's what happens when you watch his other streams. So you see what goes on. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about that. That kind of tickled me. So, yeah, he was hitting me on some of the other streams because the groups and the RP and all that. And I was like, and he was like, "What about us? What about Thursday?" And he was just jawing on me in chat and all that. It was funny. So,
thank you, sir.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
You know.
No, yeah. It's for the excellent RP that's going to ensue with this group as they continue doing work on their tavern. See?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And so, we're starting here. Osric is going to be a few minutes late, so he's been sent to timeout zone, which is to clean the stain down in the death basement. But let's get started. As always, we got Hey King, a few people in chat. Welcome to the stream. Thursday night D&D, Waterdeep Dragon Heist with the boys. We'll get our introductions and recap. They are hard at work. If you saw their chat, they were trying to debate all these names and things they should do. And I don't think y'all came to a decision on anything.
For the names, we wanted to let the viewers decide.
The viewers decide. Oh, hell.
Yeah, near the end of the stream, we want to vote. Let them vote.
Okay.
Are we doing the final five?
We have 5 names.
Yeah, we have the final 5.
Okay, let me see. 1 second, folks. I checked out of the conversation. So, final 5. The top 5 going into the final is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Had to make sure there was 5.
There are 5. There, you guys can count. They did well. They show that they went to school. They could get to 5.
Do we get 3 inspirations now?
Yep. Not 4, not 5, but 3. All right.
Yep.
More than 2. All right. Yes. What's up, Tara? Idiot error. There you go. So it throws me off. I know what it's supposed to say, but my brain. I'm old. All right, so let's get introductions done. We want to play. We're having, we are jonesing for some more D&D. As more chance, we got some other announcements to make and all that. But let's do introductions first, and then we'll cover some of that, and then roll. Oh, it's the wifey pool. Shoosh. Everybody's been fed. Love you. She runs. She just runs. All right, Abdul, you're up first. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, my name's Alex. I play Abdel. He's a barbarian, or Goliath barbarian. Like pretty much every other session, I explain him. He doesn't change. He's a meathead. Just likes to kill things or slice and dice. Not really talkative, and that's about it.
Man of many words. Kinmare.
Yep, Caleb, like Ginmere, the high elf. Cleric. Follow Torm. Bit of a... there's not much more to be said. Pretty basic character.
That's how they earn their 2 inspirations. Grey Axe.
Name's Sam. I play Grey Axe, the Dragonborn Paladin. Grey Axe enjoys reading books and preserving the light.
That's his match profile in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Lionel.
I'm Loco. I play Lionel, a 7-foot-tall Tabaxi Ranger who just doesn't really care that much about money.
Yeah, I remember that threw us off last week. I hadn't paid attention. He was 7
Yeah, you
feet
just
tall.
added the 7 foot tall. Notice how he hasn't said that before. Other than
Yeah, we're
last
thinking he's a
session.
cat,
Every week.
Yeah, it's
Little
been
bit
there, but that was funny. I was like, yeah, as he's traipsing around in the sewers and all that, and Abdul's getting stuck, and no, the 7-foot cat just runs right by him. See ya. And then yes, we have Osric, our stout halfling rogue. He's running a few minutes late, and he'll hop on whenever he just damn well pleases, apparently. So yeah, they have been in downtime mode, as in incognito mode, as they have been taking over a dilapidated building on the northern outskirts of Waterdeep, and learning that some of its history, some of it dark, some of it unknown, and it's going to be their HQ as they're looking and wondering and moving about, looking for clues for this large stash of dragons and praetors that have been heisted and hidden somewhere. And they've have been working with the guilds and getting the place rebuilt, remodeled. They've gotten the outside pretty much done, and they're starting on the inside. I've been raising some money by pulling what they've had so far, and then have just gone and done a kind of a side job. There are notice boards or job posting boards throughout the city, and they have seen a couple of them and are working their way through some of the things that they have on their list. And yes, we have a tavern naming contest that we'll post here later on toward the end of the session, and see what. I guess they're going to leave it up to y'all, so be kind. But with that being said, they had come back, but got their money and got some work, started doing the work on the inside, and went and chatted with, I think, Tally, the woodworker down the street at the Bent Nail, and he came over to quote some numbers for doing work inside, and began to notice a lot of damage that was in the structure, plus some new stuff that had developed on the outside that he was quite perturbed about. Then they did a side job to find out something that was happening at the Jewelers Guild, and ended up doing a domination of a wife married to the guild patron craftsman. She was part of Xanathar's group, and she had been diverting jewels and stuff like that from his building to her own cause for some reason, and they dispatched her, took care of it, and solved that mystery. And they're back here, and they slept, and they should have y'all should be fully healed, I believe. And that's where we pick up the action. Ostric's coming in. He made it. Oh boy, we're waiting. He showed in he's in Discord. So we'll sit here 1 second. Yep, see, there he comes. So yeah, I need to take him out. Alrighty. So let me kill the Discord second bot so he can get logged in, and then we'll be good to go once he says hello. But we can post, I guess we could post the names of the top 5 so people can see them. We'll do that. How about that? Here are the top 5 names they've come up with. Ooh, I don't like the way that posted. 1 second. Let me, where's Notepad++? Come here. Let's post it in here.
Hello.
Get the red stain out.
And he just holds up his blood-stained hands.
Man, that doesn't look good. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Let's see. 1 second. Let me see if this. I don't know. Unlucky. Yeah. I don't know if that'll take the spaces or not. Let's see. No, it's taking out all the spaces. Sorry, folks. I'm
One by one.
Yeah, I'll just do it one. Yeah, but it's more work for me. But yes, so we'll do them here little by little here. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, you're logged in. It looks like. Are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good. Go.
Okay, introduce yourself then. We just finished that.
Okay. Hello. My name is Osric. Osric Tornbottom. Halfling rogue. Ask me anything.
Have you cleaned the bottom? Did you get rid of the stain?
You tell me.
No, he did not.
No.
It will never go away.
I gave it a good 16 hours.
Yep. Okay. Well, yep. So it's new. It's a new morning. It's a new day, and y'all wake up to find yourselves, and you're kind of cold day too. Winter is blowing through. It is cold. There's snow. You finding out that there's plenty of drafts in this building, and little chilly. And what are we doing then? What's the plan?
The exterminator.
Do we have people here if we leave to go take care of another job? Are the halflings like in charge, or do we have a
Oh God,
proprietor
no.
or a caretaker? We need to hire a responsible caretaker to watch the place while we are away. I'd like to set a fire, but I don't want to leave it running if no one's going to be watching it.
Yeah.
That is that you
We don't have any
do need.
servants.
We
Yeah,
have
you
the
do need
ghost.
staff. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do we need to go to the Staffers Guild?
Abdul, you can make. Would you make me a perception check, please?
I shall.
Did I? I don't hear my cold day. I have. Oh, Abdul, you're.
I don't see anything. You see the
No.
floor?
Abdul, why are you staring at
Never
the
mind.
walls, mate?
Yep. Never mind.
There's some fine textures on this wall.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're still cold. You're still getting the sleepies out. But y'all make your way all down to the main floor, and you're in this discussion. Certainly.
I would like to go visit the exterminator, or like whoever deals with rat infestations.
Okay. He
All
would.
right.
Yep. There are such individuals. What about the rest of you?
Yep.
I guess if we're gonna be taking
I'm
care
with
of some
that.
administrative duties, perhaps I can go about hiring a decent caretaker. If Genmar wants to come with me, help me vouch for these fellas.
Nah, I'm gonna go and help pick out an exterminator.
Oh, okay. Lionel, I guess you're also gonna be taking care of. First of all, did I say your name correctly, Lionel? Lionel.
This time you said it correctly. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that. My
It only took me
dogs
24
were
hours to
barking.
practice. Are you also going to be
fun.
doing the exterminator? I figured you would be the specialist.
This one knows nothing of wood and carpentry. This one knows rats for sure, but this one knows nothing of the wooden walls.
I
Yeah, remember he had a rat for yesterday. Just
Yep.
saying.
Yep,
Sir
This
Grayax?
is,
like a spaghetti noodle.
this is an infestation, which is more than the occasional rat to eat. So this needs to be taken care of as quickly as possible.
Sir Grayax? What are you planning to do?
I'm going to the exterminator.
Okay, I guess we're all going to the exterminator.
Okay.
This one can stay here and keep an eye on the
Rats.
premises.
Good
Yes.
idea.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He's not good with people. You've noticed, or doesn't care. Not that he's not good. Sorry, that's not the right word. Okay, I am checking real quick to find out where our skilled smith. Man, I got all sorts of guilds here, but holy moly, do we not have any types of exterminators or works or like that? And wow, I've got every damn LNS in this module, but not that, and that's kind of farmers, grocers, dung sweepers. That's street sweepers. Bowers and Fletchers, carts, salts, fishmongers, butchers, but not. We really don't want to use the butchers for the rat catching. Sorry.
Is the butcher a tabaxi?
Skinners and tanners, no. Street laborers. What do the members guild? Stonecutters, plotters, pile makers. Yeah, the street laborers. Formed of them. Okay, so they're groups who take care of the streets out of the other guilds who do that type of work. That's nice. But I am not seeing. We'll just make our own. And y'all will have to head. Let's see, Waterdeep. Let's bring up the map. We'll say that they'll be down in the southern ward. You'll have to travel south, deep down south into the area of Waterdeep, and you'll find some rat catchers, vermin hunters, are what they're called, and they I guess your Grey Axe is very adamant about this vermin hunting. What is it you would like for them to know? They would like the description of the place. What seems to be the problem? How do you know it's rats?
Well, we had our carpenter over, and he pointed out the rat holes, and we've seen a couple scurry across the floor.
So it sounds like you think you have a problem. All right, man of many words. Okay. All right. Well, he will get you in the scheduled book and get a member of the a member and his apprentice up there as quickly as possible. He will require a little down payment for the scheduled call, but he will seeing that y'all are new customers and he let him know that about what y'all do. Then he says we can work out a deal if we can get you on a true maintenance plan to come in and take care of things, because you'll want to make sure that if you're up to code, and you wouldn't want one of those scurrying across while you're serving food to one of your customers, because the city will shut you down then and close you up. So we got to be careful of that. So he will get it immediately handled and get up there to come take a look at.
Sounds good. Thank you. Do you are you sure you don't need a down payment? I'll gladly.
Well, so he said let him come take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's if you look at it all and think if we could come once he sees the layout of the place, and what all needs to be done, since he's never heard of it, knows nothing about the building, since it's an unknown in the city. They will take care of it. They will get a plan put together, but they will definitely come address it. So, but he's got a full schedule here, but he'll get you in as quickly as possible here within the next day or two, sir.
Sweet.
Okay, and bid you adieu. What else is on our schedule?
Is there anything else we can do while we're out and about before we go and take care of another one of those jobs?
Well, I wanted to go and check out the mysterious shop from a few days back.
Oh, oblobs. Yeah.
Zoblob.
Zoblob.
Shop.
Every time
Zoblobs.
Leonel corrects us, he's
I know, and me too.
very versed.
I like it.
Oh, he wants to go check it out. Well, you know where it's at. You certainly can.
Anybody?
I'm gonna head back to the manor.
I am too.
Bunch of babies.
I guess we're not
All
going to Zoblob. Okay.
No, I mean he
I
can't
don't mind
himself.
going to Zoblobs. Zoblobs.
Well, if you guys come back to the manor, I'll go. Lionel will go.
I just don't want to be knocking over stuff that's expensive.
You know what? Yeah.
I'd like to go
I'll
freshen
wait
up on
until
some books.
I'll wait until we go back to the manor, and I'll ask Lionel if he wants to go.
Have you read any book? What have you read about lately?
Haven't had a chance to read.
Really?
We've been busy.
Slacking.
I'm gonna go upstairs and read right now.
Do it.
Okay.
Abdel, are you planning to read to your children?
They're not my children, goddammit. No, never.
Well, Lionel, you, while they're gone and all that, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to begin to notice that two things. One, you're all by yourself. There's nobody there.
The two little guys aren't there?
They're not there.
Oh.
And you hadn't seen them. And you'll have noticed that the cupboards, and stuff that y'all aren't very tidy yet. But you will have noticed that the bar area and the cupboards in the back kitchen area, especially in the back kitchen area, they're clean. Stuff's been put up. Rearranged a little bit in a more controlled order. Well, y'all's trying to pick up pieces and put stuff in cupboards and all that, and not knowing what's going on, but you'll have looked at all the plates are stacked nice and neatly, and the cups are all arranged in lines, and they're in the right order and the right kinds, and this was not the case before.
Does Lionel think that maybe this is the hand of someone that knows how to keep a tavern or a bar?
Yeah. Yep.
Is this somebody that's alive?
Don't know.
This is very curious. Hello? Is there anyone here that has been cleaning up the place? Because it looks very, very nice. This one is very impressed.
You will hear some creeping, creaking of wood and, noises, a few things up above your head in the rooms up above.
Please, show yourself. This one's name is Lionel, and if you are looking for a job, we are looking for someone that can keep the bar and look after our tavern. Won't you please show yourself?
Nothing happens. So where are you at right now when you're doing this? Tell me that.
I'm going to start heading up the stairs and saying, hello. This one is not going to hurt you.
You're moving. So you're moving up, and you think you hear up on the third floor, and that's where the library's at. I think the library's third floor, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You'll hear what sounds like books shuffling, thump thump, and and a chair sliding up into the table that's up in the study. Let me see, all shared, all map, third floor. Yeah. Yep. So you'll hear that sloughing around, and if you make your way, go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Upon hearing that, I'm going to stop talking, and as a cat, as quietly as I can, go up the stairs and look inside the door.
Let me roll in the tower for stealth, please, with advantage. So, okay. So you make your way up to moving along stealthily as a cat can. And make your way up to the 3rd floor. And you see that the door to the study is shut.
Is there a keyhole?
That's a good question. What? Troll skull. Did they talk about?
If there is, I'd like to look through the
Yeah,
keyhole.
they might.
not
Yeah,
opening
you
the
could,
door.
but there might be a crack under the floor or whatever. It's because it's still a little drafty. You'll look and you don't see anything in there moving. You at least see the carpet. The chair, the tables, the chairs tucked up underneath the desk properly. Books that were kind of maybe spread around. You can't tell what's on the desk, but you don't see any movement at all.
Do I still hear movement from the room?
No.
Okay. I will knock on the door and open the door.
You see a very tidy study. It was not left that way by Grey Axe or Osric.
Whoever you are, thank you very much. You are quite helpful. And this one would really like to know you, get to know you. Please don't be afraid. And I'll close the door behind me and go back downstairs.
As you move downstairs, you hear sweeping in the 1st floor.
Oh my god.
Just going to casually go downstairs.
Mm-hmm. You will come quickly, moving around, and in the main floor area, you will see a broom briefly as though it's moving and sweeping, but there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden it just stops and it falls to the floor.
Please, my friend, do not stop on my account. You are quite welcome here. This one even has a premonition that you used to work here long, long ago. And maybe this used to be your tavern. If this is the case, we would love to have you come back.
Other thing that you, in a response or anything like that, is though it's cold there was just a little bit more of a cold breeze that flowed through you, but there's no sounds.
Again, this one's name is Lionel. I'm not going to hurt you. Hopefully you are not intending on hurting anyone here. By the looks of it, you are trying to help. And this one is much appreciative of that. Thank you very much. I will talk to my comrades and maybe, just maybe, they will let you tend bar like you used to in days of old. Would you like that?
All right. Yep. And yeah, you don't hear anything, but you know what you know. Let me put it that right now. But there is no response.
I know what I think I know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Very vague. You like that?
Interesting.
And by that time, as you're doing all that, and then all of a sudden you'll hear thump thump, and you'll hear bulls in china shop, come stomping up the front.
Okay. I'm gonna hold a paw up. Say, please stop. We have a friend. Look at the bar. Look at the cabinets. Look inside of the cabinets. This one, Lionel, did not do this.
Osric?
And the two little ones are not here. They are nowhere to be found. I think we have a benefactor we may or may not ever see. But I believe he is friendly.
Hey, Genmare. When you went to your, church and talked to the people there to extinguish this ghost, did they say they would come by, or?
Why are you just asking about this now?
Because I
No,
don't want
they
the
didn't.
ghost to be gone if it's going to be
Abdel,
beneficial.
Told you we
Lionel does not think this is necessary.
Yeah, I don't either.
This
great. Now we need to go by.
the
and tell him not to
spirit
come.
is the spirit
So you're
has only
saying the
done good.
ghost cleaned this stuff, Lionel?
Yes, and is it Greax that you have the library upstairs? Please go look at it. Lionel has touched nothing.
Osric wants to go upstairs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Osric.
Well, I think Greyax and Osric both have an interest in the library.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's they do. That's correct.
That's our home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be pissed if my room is clean. I want it to be a pigsty.
I want to go look because I think Lionel's pulling my leg.
I guess we'll all go because you know.
Yep. So yeah, you'll make your ways. Your rooms are dirty, but
Oh, thank God! Just how I like it.
the common rooms are clean. The study is clean, but the kitchen is, and the kitchen and the bar, the first floor was, even though there's no furniture, but dust has been swept. The broom is on the floor, but in front of that broom is a pile of dirt and dust, from that, was not there before. And though pieces there, the plateware and the glassware and stuff like that is old and, needs to be replaced, but it has been stacked up and glasses have been put in order and in line and they're clean.
I think this is a violation to have a ghost as a bartender.
This is great.
Probably not.
As they go upstairs, I'm going to whisper, "See, you're already making an impression. Keep it up. Well done."
Yep.
I guess I'll head back to the first floor after seeing.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, and there are other than the five of y'all, there's no sounds other than the outside, hustle and bustle of the city, things like that's going on.
I think we need entertainers. This place is really quiet.
We're not ready to open at all.
No.
We can work on being entertainers, and of course, I think we have at least one entertainer, and he taps his knuckles on the bar. And says, Leaf. I think his name was Leaf. I think that's what the dwarf lady said. Olcoria said his name was Leaf. He was a
Leaf?
half elf.
The boy from the jewelry?
No,
I think that might have been a coincidence.
Olcuria, remember the female dwarf that had the shield guardian with her, who came in and told y'all about the past. She told you about the hag that was killing children down on the bottom floor, and then also about a previous owner, Leaf, that owned it, and he unfortunately,
Passed away in his sleep.
yeah, on hard
Right.
times and all that. But
Well, it looks like he's still here.
yeah, and y'all remember that Volo was always wanting. He was upset that he didn't get get in there. He was trying to get Praetor to give him the deed to the place because he was trying to study his new book that he's publishing is about the undead and the afterworld and all that. And he believed that this place was haunted, but no one else did.
Well,
Did Volo
think we
give us the
confirmed it.
deed?
Yeah, Volo. Well, Floon brought it. Yeah, and it was given to y'all to use instead of
We should
Volo.
invite Volo. We should invite him. As like a maybe we could have like a little housewarming party, and Volo can maybe he can perform an investigation. We can, it'd be a nice favor to do for him since he gave us this place.
Well, I think,
yeah.
Well, you got. I think, Oscar, before you took over the character, there were a couple of times when they first got here that plates and things had been smashed, and there were words that were written on the dirty windows: "Closing time, last call, get out," things like that. And so I'm not sure if we had covered that with you when you took over Ostrich, so you would know now that there was stuff going on here to some degree. And then it took a back seat, and now all of a sudden Lionel has come up with another thought on what may be happening.
I'm under the impression, guys, that this ghost he wasn't aware of our intentions, and maybe he's seeing that we're trying to clean the
Well,
place up. Maybe
no,
he's happy about that.
you know, he probably wasn't happy to begin with when these like random strangers came in and I kind of busted the door down.
Good
Maybe.
going, Abdel.
Maybe.
Maybe that had an impression.
This one agrees.
Yeah.
Did not
Sorry,
make
sorry,
ourselves-
Leaf.
Yes.
Sorry, Leaf.
Did not-
We're gonna do this place right, but we do need to be careful, guys, because what if the hag's here as well? It still gives me a great deal of worry. As long as we only
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's really that's not a thought that I wanted.
We
you to
don't know
put
what
in my head,
happened to the
Oscar.
hag, do we? We never
That's
explained
kinda-
like what happened afterwards.
That's kind of the whole point. We don't know.
Why don't we
Yeah.
ask? Why don't we ask around?
That's a
Maybe get
bad idea.
What you don't want you? you
Hey,
don't think
random
anybody in
stranger,
town
do you know
knows?
about the hag that ate children in our bar?
I wasn't
He
talking.
had-
Look, we're not going to talk like that, Abdel.
We
We're
not
just going to
talk
ask.
about
Hey, you know
spirits.
anything? You know anything about the stories of the old hag that used to live in one building?
I don't think that.
Perhaps we can
you
send
go
a
ahead
letter.
and do that. But...
Perhaps we can send a letter to Elcoria, let her know that, you know, perhaps, you know, that
Maybe.
I mean, Lionel, did it like do anything harmful other than cleaning?
He has been nothing but a gentleman.
Well, then I don't see the
He
problem.
tidied up the study.
right.
He cleaned. He was even sweeping when I came downstairs. And once he was aware of my presence, he dropped the broom. You see behind the bar, there's a nice pile of dust and dirt. Lionel did not do that.
Well, I don't think it's the hag. I think
Guys,
this is a gentle soul.
If you would permit me, if you guys have more to do about the town, if you would permit me to stay behind and maybe get to know this one Leaf a little better,
I think that would be
maybe
wonderful.
I can make some
And,
progress.
and don't forget, Lionel, that when you ate your rat, when y'all had just gotten back and all that, you had had a tap on your shoulder
Oh, that's right.
that made your head turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, if I can make a suggestion, in light of this new information, perhaps the next job we should go to should be the one for the hop and malt, drink you shalt. Maybe they could give us some beer, and then if we have some ale in this place, maybe the spirit would feel even better. Like
Yeah, we can get it drunk.
we're getting him.
I don't know how. Abdel, I don't know
Okay.
if you can get drunk. Get
Why
ghosts,
not?
Abdel. I don't know. I just don't
Barkeeps
think
normally don't drink their own wares.
Yeah, that's bad
You're right.
business.
That's
He's
a
a good
good-
guy. He wouldn't
See,
do that.
see, Abdel, he knows what he's talking about.
Shut up, Genmare.
Guys, please, don't provoke the spirits.
I'll snap you in like a Slim Jim.
What's the sleep?
What's a Slim Jim?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Okay.
I was thinking maybe we can go and take care of the next job, and maybe they can give us a cask of ale, and if we put one in here, it'll make him happy. I
Yeah,
think
maybe.
if we keep making him happy and making this place feel more like a tavern, maybe he will be the caretaker that I was thinking about hiring. You know, I don't
very
think we
good
have to
idea.
pay a ghost with gold.
Grayax, couldn't you tell the behavior of it like a day or whenever you casted the spell to see if it was here?
Yeah, it wasn't being malevolent. It was more curious.
Could you do it again, or would you rather not?
I mean, I can.
I mean, I don't know. Sure, you should give that a good old try.
Sure, I'll divine sense the building.
Mm-hmm. Sensing for what? What do you want to know?
The ghost's intentions. Like, has it changed since the last time?
Curiosity. Little mirth. Little you've got some questioning. As wondering. It's kind of uncertainty there. But there's definitely some curiosity still there. Yep. And you only feel one.
Okay. Well, if I only feel one, guys, and it's the ghost, I'm pretty sure the hag's still not around because the hag, I want to say, falls under my divine sense detection.
Well, that's a good thing.
Well,
So if it's just a ghost and he's curious and I think we're going in the right direction. I kind of agree with Osric on getting some ale in here, but I'm not sure if that should be our direct next step until we get the rat problem fixed.
All right. Well,
Did he say what?
what's our next step with getting the rats going?
Okay, hold on a second.
Well, we need to
Ostrich,
get
you were
the-
saying something? Hold on. Ostrich, you were saying something?
Oh, I was just curious. When did the exterminator say he was going to be coming by today or tomorrow, or what kind of
He was-
time frame did he give us?
He didn't, but he was getting y'all on the schedule, and he was going to get up there about as soon as possible, either the day or tomorrow. So you're not quite certain yet, but that you were getting on the schedule because his curiosity was piqued because this was a place he had never heard about, and he knows that he relayed to y'all, to the group there, that if it's going to be a tavern, restaurant, food and all that, then you're going to have to keep up to code because the city will definitely shut you down if there's any hint of vermin
Aye.
and such.
Aye.
So
Luckily, we're not open yet, so they can't shut us down.
that's true. That's true.
Well, it seems like we might not be able to go and take care of any of these jobs. I mean, based
We
on
could
the
have a
last
couple
one,
people go and do the murder one. It just seems like a mystery.
with
yeah,
more
but-
ghosts.
it seems like based on the last one that we went to, we kind of want all hands on deck if we're gonna go and do something that's gonna be mysterious and potentially dangerous.
Well, we also
want to have Lionel by my side or watching our backs like he did last time.
Osric, you talked about how you deciphered that one note too, right?
Oh yeah, and he goes and like fiddles around in his pocket and pulls out the note. It said the stash is located. Or wait, you find a stash in 2 Sale Street. Yeah.
Are you okay, Grey Axe?
No.
I thought you were gonna read books.
Are you crying, mate? There's no reason to cry. The ghost is friendly.
Which board? I'm trying to remember which one that was. I can't remember what the name of it was. Images. Come on.
Number
Notice
one.
board 1 had the secret one on it.
Thank you. That's
With the black cat.
hidden stash. Okay. Yeah, the seemingly random collection of letters. You find the stash in 2 Sale Street.
Does anyone know where 2 Sale Street is? Like what part of
No.
town?
Close to 1 Sale Street.
Is there one?
Why don't we ask somebody?
Do we have a map of the city?
Yes, you do. Well, no, actually you don't, but you actually you don't have a map of the city. You've been shown a few times, stuff, but you do, no, you would have to find out where Sale Street is at.
I bet the people at the library.
We could go talk to my friendly
Perhaps-
book
yeah.
friend.
And I might go and talk to the detective. Maybe the detective would have known, or maybe he can help us find it. Maybe he can tell us more about the black cat symbol.
Which detective
What
is that?
detective?
There wasn't
Yeah,
there a
we'll find a
detective,
detective.
like next door to
Tiger's Eye.
out to the library?
Yeah.
Oh, the private eye. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Private investigator. That's correct. Sure. Might know.
We could also look up on the were-rat at the library if we want to invest into that.
Now I wasn't here for the were-rat, so add a character. Can you fill me in on the were-rat?
Yes, we
Ask
we heard
Lionel.
about
Worry about
tales when
Don't
the
worry
when the
about-
inspector was
Lionel.
looking at
Dastardly foe.
when
Yeah.
the inspector was looking at rat holes. He filled us in about a tale about a were-rat, and before you weren't in the sewers with us. Yeah, you were. We
Osric Wooddell.
So that was a previous.
Yeah. Osric would know. You would know that you landed an arrow in a rat figure, and it did no damage. And
It just
then
popped out.
one tapped Lionel, and I picked Lionel up and
Chased
drug him
us-
through a
or
tunnel, and we
you
booked
guys
it out.
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as y'all were
Technically,
searching
that's
for
the area.
yeah. So they were searching for they had a clue to go down in a sewer line. They following the trail of Floon, and in one of the small side tunnels that they were searching, they came into what looked like another cellar area, and I believe came around a corner and were told to leave and didn't leave. And this individual was a small were rat, human looking creature, definitely halfling, small size, with but long whiskers and kind of rat face looking. And when y'all engaged this individual, when you shot at it, your arrow just kind of thumped and then just kind of it just kind of fell out of him, and he kind of laughed and he skewered Lionel. And
it was the one rat that got away from him.
Yeah, and then exactly. Yeah, Lionel. Yeah, so Lionel's had a great tenacity of when he sees rats. Now he's no questions. No questions asked, just eating.
No
death.
quarrel.
No
Or,
quarrel.
no
yeah.
quarter.
Yeah, quarter.
No.
There you go. Yep.
There we go.
Anyway,
Got
but
it.
yeah, so y'all pulled Lionel out of there, and he got him healed, and y'all left that part of the tunnel alone.
For the better.
'Cause, I mean, he wasn't exactly like.
Perhaps
Um,
one day we can. Perhaps one day we can go back and finish the job.
Well,
Do
he
we
didn't seem
want
like.
to? He might have been
I
some
am
kind
seemed
of.
one
like it was
for
really
eliminating
aggressive.
the forces of evil. World.
Was he evil?
You guys kind of went on his turf.
kind
He
of-
told you to leave, and you guys didn't leave.
Yeah. From what you've told us of the incident, he just sounded like he was defending his property.
Oh,
Listen, you weren't there.
But you told us
We
about
were
it.
just in the next room, you know.
It was another one of those areas that Abdul couldn't get to.
You were still recovering from the trauma of losing your left nut.
This he was.
It's still there. Might not work, but it's still there.
It might not work.
The nut shot heard around the world. From a gray ooze. Okay. All right. So they're chatting. What's the group? It's a new day. It's mid-afternoon now. What's up, Darkstar?
The exterminator's coming tomorrow, right? Or
Sometime today or tomorrow.
today or tomorrow. So I guess we could head out to the library. Leonel wants to stay here and make friends with the ghosts, so
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess we should leave him to that.
Oh, Leno,
Yeah.
Yes.
when we get a chance, do you want to go and check out Zoblob's shop?
Oh, yes. The curiosity shop. I
Right.
am very curious of that shop.
We can't
This one would
forget.
love to go.
All right.
Okay. So who's headed? So what's first on the agenda for the afternoon now?
It's a library.
Liberarium.
And what are we doing there?
Trying to find a map.
Oh, you talking about the
Books
you not
on-
you not meant the library. You meant the shop, the shopkeeper,
Yeah.
the relic keeper.
Bookstore.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. The bookstore.
Not library.
Yeah. So let me.
Bookstore, library, tomato, tab down.
It's all the same. Yeah, I knew. You're going to book the Worm's Treasure. You're going to go see Rishal. Rishal, the gold dragon born. And yeah, so y'all hop in there and
Abdel, it's best you wait outside.
Why is that?
I don't want you knocking any books over or off the shelves.
Is it a small building?
for you, all the buildings are small.
Thank you.
And all the buildings are tall for you.
Okay. So who's walking in there? Who's that? Gray Axe? Is that you?
Yeah.
Gonna do it? Yeah. So yep.
I was right
And
behind.
Me as
It's
well.
yeah. It is a remember. It is a 3-story place. Beautiful hardwood, earthy scent of old books permeates the air. There's 2 floors. The first 2 floors are full of books and scrolls. and things like that. And then you believe the third floor, most of it's closed off, and you know, in normal places like that, it's living quarters. But you will find Rishal, back in a nook area, doing some research. Looks like he's studying, recataloging some books and all that. Kind of not even paying attention to what y'all walked in, deep in thought.
Alzer kind of gets lost in the moment. He hasn't been in a library in a while, a really well-stocked library, so he just kind of starts wandering the aisles.
Okay. And Tally, you're welcome for the World Anvil stuff. You got any other questions on that, reach out to me or KC. Like I said, I've been with World Anvil since the beta, the very beginning. And love the platform. Don't use it as much anywhere like KC does with the Kickstarter. So, but fire away, and appreciate that conversation because it's got the wheels turning on a few other things that we're interested in helping out with. We're going to be representing World Anvil here in the U.S. at some conventions and all that. So we're going to be showcasing and their platform and banners. We're just trying to put all the marketing stuff together right now for them. Okay, so yeah, Ostrich, you kind of moving about, and Grey Axe, you approach Rishal and get his attention.
Yeah, I'll speak up and get the attention.
Yeah, and he's a little bit shorter than normal, so he once he kind of hops back, seeing a imposing figure as yourself, Grey Axe, moving it down the bookshelves, but then recognizes you and is very open and all that, puts his books away and all that, and ask what brings you back to his wonderful little shop this day.
I've got a couple questions for you.
Answers I might have.
First one, do you have any books on mythical creatures or specifically were-rats and hags by chance?
Or ghosts?
Well, there's all sorts of books. There's not especially on the supernatural, there's so many out there. We wish that maybe someday someone will write a definitive book about it all.
Any informational stuff?
There's all different sorts of types. You can particular, which one shall we start with? Which one is pressing matter at the moment? Do you have a concern for one of these creatures?
I'd like to know how to defend myself if I run into a were-rat again.
Oh, everyone knows that, even I. You need silvered weapons. That's easy. And he will go, follow me, and he will take you around a corner, and he'll find in the lycanthropy section. And he'll, oh yes, yeah, here we go. And he will pull up a book, and it talks about the mythical creature, and those known that have been bitten with the lycanthropy curse, and all protections and all that. The main thing is that you must have a silvered weapon. Silver is their bane.
Is silver the only thing that kills them? Can you use magic or?
Well, always magic. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. Let me pull up. I can give you, just so I'm not speaking half-heartedly, but yeah, he would say yes. And we'll begin to read that were-rats are sly, very avarice into creatures. They are wiry and twitchy in a humanoid form, thin hair and darting eyes. And he's reading this off, and you're just like going, yeah, it was a were-rat. It particularly,
It clicks.
Yeah, exactly. And they prefer light weapons, and this, he had a rapier, I believe, and was very finesse with it. And I think it was either rapier or short sword, but it definitely, was something that was a light weapon. And they, the main thing that you want to make sure is that you don't get bitten by a were creature, because that is how the curse is transmitted. And they definitely are ambush. They like to use ambush tactics, and are not pack creatures when they're in the fighting. But usually you can find them throughout urban civilizations, often dwelling in cellars and catacombs. They are common in sewers beneath major cities.
Yep,
Okay.
I can attest to that.
Those who have been afflicted by the curse can either being killed by silvered weapons or having a remove curse spell cast against them. That is if they have been bitten. If they are natural born, then there's the so-called, apparently there's such thing as a wish is the only thing that the book says is able to cure those who have been a natural born lycanthrope.
Can I think back to remember if Leonel got bit when we were fighting that one?
I was just about to turn and ask you if he got bit. I wasn't in the room.
I think. Oh, shit! I don't remember. I
think you got hit by the rapier.
Time will
Yeah,
tell.
you got hit.
Yeah. I don't remember
I hope you
Leonel. Don't answer. So if you remember Leonel, PM me in Discord or in Fantasy Grounds. I don't remember. But yeah, so the main thing is that you have silvered weapon is the only thing that will kill them, because they will reform. I'm trying to make sure on that. Lycanthrope, they have lots of deal damage. There's the curse. Where rats? Well, that's just about them. I'm just trying to make sure. Was there anything else? I don't think. It's not like with vampires, the stake through the heart and all that. It's silvered weapons is a weapon will do the damage, and as long as the silvered part is in it, and magic too. Okay, but it has to. You definitely the silvered part is what stops the regeneration process.
Okay. Secondly, I was curious if you knew where Two Sail Street is located here in Waterdeep.
Sale Street? 2 sounds like the address.
Okay, so where Sail Street might be?
Well, let's go look. And he will head back toward the front area. I'm just seeing that now. From us. 1 second. I've been thrown a curveball. Yeah, he comes. Y'all walk through the books, the shelves and all that to move toward the front area and all that. And I'm waiting on a reply from somebody. 1 second. Sorry. Osric. Oh, okay. So when y'all come walking around, you'll see Osric is there. He's not there. Well, they move up to the count. So they move up to the front counter and all that. And so Osric, you're just kind of hanging out unseen at the moment. Grex, you don't see your halfling friend around. But he will pull out several different maps of Waterdeep, and he will point he will tell you that the moves around and he plays around with it, and he says, "Oh, looks like that Sales Street is in the dock ward. Looks like it's in a warehouse area." And he will point to, like, we'll say it's, I don't know if y'all have the map, but you can see it, but it's just north of the dock, word dock on the map. He says, I have several of these maps. It's only, so high quality and all this. It's just yours for 10 gold if you would like. If you need a map of the city.
I think we should get it going next.
Yeah, I'll hand him 10 gold.
Cool. Take care of this, and he will he rolls it up, and he goes and gets a case for it, and he goes down a little bit, and he pulls out a drawer, and he this looks like the right size, and he will cinch it up and give it to you. You have a map and a map case. Let me pull something together here. Equipment, venturing gear, and I will put this in the party sheet that you can grab. Venturing gear. We have a map case and a piece of parchment, which is the parchment Waterdeep. There you go.
I just grabbed the shield and throw it into my inventory, right?
Grab both of them and put them in your inventory. Yep, correct. Okay, he says he appreciated it to take care of it. It's a good purchase there. A well-known map, and he says it's fairly well updated too. Anything else I can help you with? You need spells of sort. Yeah, he says, you need spells or scrolls like that. I have a large selection of them. If ever needed. Or if you have some that needed to be identified, be more than glad to take a look at them for you.
Osric walks up.
Oh,
hello.
Welcome.
This is a beautiful library. I cannot tell you the last time I've been in a place that was so full of knowledge. It's quite wonderful.
A fan of the book, are you?
Not just a fan. I used to be a librarian.
Oh.
I'm taking a bit of time off. Working as a courier now, and friends and I here, we're working at the we're gonna be opening up the tavern down around the corner. It used to be called Troll Skull Manor. We're thinking up a new name. Don't know exactly what we're gonna come up with yet.
RP, thank you for the cheer biddies and all that. That's inspiration, which you may graciously give to one of our players.
I was gonna say, is that a good or bad noise?
Osric gets the inspiration. Yes, that's a cheer bit from RP in the house. One of our players.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, one of our players. Our Sunday night spooktacular Halloween game will start up on the 29th of September. I know it's not quite Halloween, but we're going to be playing Haunt 1 and the Haunt 2, and then should roll into the end of the month. Hopefully before Halloween, since they're still writing, we'll be playing Haunt 3. But I've got 4 channels. Other channels are going to be participating in the game starting on the 29th on Sundays, and then we're going to be playing a regular game. Regular players, just players. Some that will do cams, some that won't. That will be playing on Wednesday nights on Wizards of the Couch channel. So we're going to have 2 nights of the Haunts running the series back to back, starting September 29th and moving forward until that last week before I venture off November 1st toward Gamehole Con. So put that in your calendars. So Gamehole Con, gonna go to the hole. So looking forward to it. Haven't been up there, and I will take some pictures of the eminent D&D museum up there that Alex Hamer has his collection rivals almost no other. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this place is all about, and taking some pictures of it. And he apparently has the first module, the first thing I was ever introduced to D&D back in 1980, called Quest for the Fazelwood, a one-on-one scenario that was done at some small conventions, and it was basically you against the DM. And I still remember to this day, because I only made it like 5 minutes into the game before I was killed, because I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing.
Fighting a god.
Yeah. Well, I was finding an orc that had a gong out in the middle of a field, and I was supposed to sneak by him, and I didn't sneak. So I've always wanted to read it, and apparently he has like 2 or 3 of them, and then, like, you know, these were like sent in Ziploc bags with the notes, and they were tournament run stuff way back in the day, and when they were just starting to do all that. And I'm looking forward to seeing this. He says he has them, and I'm blown away that we even have one of them. So
It's really cool.
yeah. All right. But yes, that's the Halloween. And we also have Mondays. We finished Deadlands. So, unfortunately, I killed 2 players off last Monday night. I wasn't planning on it. But 2 of them died, and it was the last encounter before the end of the module, too. So, we're going to be doing the Shifting Sands. Joseph, one of the players, is going to start DMing. I'm going to become a player on every other Monday night, and then Josh, Mech45 from the Dungeon Dwellers, is going to start running Tales from the Sanguine Isles on Wednesday nights coming up here next month. So we got a whole bunch of new programming getting ready to happen here on the channel. Back to the game, since I'll knock that out. And we also have a contest going on. We're going to the group here would like for voting for the name of the new tavern that they're building. And I'm going to post it in here even though there's no spaces. But the Unlucky Die, the Ghost Harp Tavern, the Sword and Sorcery Pub, Tap and Barrel, and Rejects Reveries Inn and Pub. That's the top 5 they've come up with, and they would like the viewers to pick. Can't fold this. I apologize. I just saw your post here. We are in the middle of Troll Skull Manor, Chapter 2, just so you know. And it is winter time, getting ready to roll into spring, if you know what that means.
Can't fold
And
this down.
And Zone B, bit, 1 bit. Oh, yeah, so you got to cheer. I think you do just to grab a biddy. No, I think, but it's you have to do 10 in the chat. But there's also store items, as y'all are getting more Praetors, XP in the channel that you can use to, some of the stuff you can purchase, some of the stuff you can only purchase as a sub. But welcome to the Rejects, those new viewers here. Okay, so you've got a city map. You were shown where Sale Street is at, Grey Axe. Osric, yeah, you saw, you know, you were doing your thing. Abdul, you and Ginmare, can't remember, what were y'all doing?
I was just sitting outside the
Right next to
bookstore.
Grey Axe. Right now.
Oh, you are? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because that would have thrown, yeah, I didn't catch that. I missed that little deal. Ginmare, what were you doing? I'm sorry, you're sitting where? Outside the store there?
That was me,
What you're saying?
Abdel.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Abdel. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And Lionel is trying to figure out the mystery that is surrounding something that's happening inside the tavern. So what's next on the afternoon jaunt through town? Where are we going next?
Osric would like to know if he can purchase something from the shopkeep here at the library.
Oh, Rishal has a small collection. He's got books and all that of sorts, you know, that are, you know, of historical nature, factual nature, educational nature, things like that. And then he will tap back behind him. He's got a cupboard area that's locked up that is where he says he's got spell books and such that allow those who need it to purchase to write into their spell books or scribe a scroll if needed.
I would love to see what you have.
Are you
my
a
father-
magic user, Search?
Well, my father is, and it's always been an interest of mine. Maybe I could just take a look and see what you have. I've kind of been wanting.
Do you have the magical eye about you? Because you would not be able to understand it if without the magical eye.
I think I do. I think with a little bit more study, I might be able to open up my magical eye. He says it like he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
So Rishal, is looking at you a little bit, and he, reaches behind, and he hears some fumbling around and all that, and he grabs his scroll, and he spreads this scroll out onto the countertop in front of you, and he says, "What does this say, good sir?" And
take a look at the scroll.
all you see is it looks like lines that are squiggling around like worms in dirt, and they're just moving around, and they form nothing that you can understand.
Would you permit me an Arcana check?
At disadvantage.
Keeping in mind that I am trained in Arcana.
That's fine.
Still at disadvantage?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a magical scroll of some sort, but with you could be trained in Arcana and knowing them, but without having the magical understanding the school of magic and all that, you have no idea what it says.
Okay.
But you do know it's a magic of some sort. Because that's what the reading's telling you, that you can't read, understand you can't read it. So
here's the thing. Like, it's something I've always been interested in. And honestly, I think that if I just keep looking at it, maybe one day it's just gonna click. You know what I mean? Sometimes these things they take days and weeks of study. How much for it? I don't even want to know what it is. I want to figure it out myself. Can I buy
a
it?
spell
Can I buy the
scroll, yeah, this scroll and all that will cost you 50 gold.
Osric glances back at the rest of the group. Do you think?
Who's the card for? Card for
I-
Lino. Okay.
I don't think we should
I think the card
spend
was
this
for
at the moment.
Yeah.
the card.
Lionel, you've got a card bought for you, so if you want to open up the inspiration cards, please, and roll that off that first table. It will then 5 inspiration cards, and then let's see what you get.
In a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen one. That's for the King Bashman. Thank you, sir. We've got an inspiration card to come into play here. Patience. Oh boy. Add your wisdom modifier to your next attack roll, skill check, or ability check.
Oh.
And his wisdom modifier is a 2.
Not bad.
There you go. So for the game.
Thank you.
Yep. Actually, so some of the cards, if we don't use them, you can hold on to them. I'm trying to figure out how I was going to do this. I was making a slight change. Those I don't mind holding on to. It's the ones that may have an impact in the game and all that need to be used, during that session and all that. But now that we're doing multiple tiers of inspiration, what I was going to do is if you trade in you don't use your inspiration cards and all at the end of the session, you'll get a point of inspiration that you can use. And so that also can happen, and it can roll over so that stack over the slots that you have, but it doesn't renew every session you use it. It's gone. So we'll do something like that if you don't decide to use it. I'll come up with something. Okay. Thank you though. Bash.
Yes, thank you.
He has patience. He may need it. He is a reject after all.
Osric wants to buy the scroll.
Okay, so he
Without
will give
knowing.
you a scroll. Yeah, you don't know what it is, so I'm going to give you. I know what it is. Let me get a equipment. Let me get adventuring gear, and I'm going
He
to
also
give
wants
you.
to buy a component pouch. A spellcasting component pouch.
You can get those anywhere. So you can, and so he has them there, and they're 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
So if you want those, he's going to put a. Let me give you a piece of parchment. This is a scroll. That is the scroll. I'm gonna type this up. You'll just.
You want me to modify my own inventory list, or do you want to?
I'm good. It's in the party sheet, and then
Oh.
you just grab that, and you'll see them there, and you drag those to your inventory. But you
Remind
just
me
need.
how to access the party sheet.
It's the 3 little men symbol in the upper right hand corner,
Okay, I got it.
and then you go to the inventory tab, and you'll see that items, and you drag those to your inventory tab on your character sheet. The shields.
All right.
Grab the shields and drag them, and there you go. Okay. That's right. And we do have, so outside the shows that are streaming here Friday night, tomorrow night, we'll be back on the Wizards of the Couch channel with Lost Minds of Fandelver. And they need lots of inspiration and lots of patience over there. Boy, do they.
I'll go ahead and deduct 50 gold.
50 gold and 5 silver.
All right.
And he thanks you. And he says, when you are able to decipher this, you come see me again, good sir.
I thank you. I want to. Like I said, my father is a wizard, and I want to make him proud. I want to figure this out. I very much appreciate this.
Okay. Yep. Oh, Lionel, what is this? What are you giving me?
Huh?
Yeah. Post that if you want now. I'm trying to. Where'd this come from? He sent me.
I was just out searching and found
Yeah.
it.
Okay. That is even more detail. Someone put together even a more big detailed map of Waterdeep and all the guild halls. It's even more details than the module that I bought to add on to this. Like I said, telling viewers and all that, I've run several. This is the second time running it, and they've got multiple add-ons in the DM's Guild for this module, which I am just a huge fan of. I'm going to continue running this on the channel like I do with Lost Minds. And this one's got tons of stuff. Holy mackerel. And there's Snail Street, but where's I wonder if that's what
Bottom,
they meant.
almost to the bottom, next to the water.
Yeah, it's north of the compass, so I'm off on where. Okay, that's fine. We'll yeah. So y'all in a different section. So according to this map, Waterdeep. This let me come here. Actually, Snail Street is. Was it right here?
Sail Street. It's down.
I just
next
moved
to the water almost.
Yeah, I moved it on the map. The pointer.
It is Sail Street. There is a Sail Street.
There's and a Snail Street.
Street.
Yeah, exactly right. So, all right. So it's where the arrow's pointing the other direction now.
Yeah.
So yeah, this right here. So, okay. Information gathered. The 4 y'all there. So Lionel, what are you doing while they're trying to decipher what the hell's going on? They're at the store.
All right, I'm gonna pull up a stool at the bar and just start talking. You know, like this one has told you his name is Lionel. Do you have a name?
Yeah, well, you were reaching for that chair to sit down and all that. It actually was pulled up for you.
Haha, my friend, very kind of you. I cannot tell you how good it is to talk with people that have manners, and I just want to let you know that I am on your side. If there's anything this one can do for you, please do tell me. And as I was saying before your act of kindness, could you tell me your name? This one's name is Lionel. I think possibly your name is Leaf. Is this correct? Just
Um,
one bump, if this is true.
you'll get a
Two
bump.
bumps?
You get
No.
a bump in the building. Thump.
Oh, that is very good. So you know this tavern, this mansion, as it is called, inside and out, no?
Bump.
Would you be willing to, if you cannot manifest yourself to actually tend the bar, can you possibly give us uh, some help in
Bump.
oh, my friend, you are making this tabaxi smile on the inside.
Bump. 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 Bump.
I, I have a question for you again. This one hopes it does not bring up any bad memories or hurt you in your heart. But we ran into a little boy at the Jewelers Guild last week. His name is the same as yours. Is this little one any relation to you?
Bump.
Oh.
Oh, my friend. Would you be interested in seeing the little one again?
Bump. 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 Bump.
Okay, this one understands. This one will do his best to see if the little one will accompany me here and maybe reunite you two.
The doors on the second, third, and fourth level all start slamming and opening, slamming and opening.
I'm gonna go now. He's
Wow.
he's that
Some-
enthusiastic about it. I'm gonna go to the guild now, the Jewelers
Some
Guild.
Monster House shit.
So Lionel departs the tavern, and you have still no sign. Well, actually, what's going to happen is you're wanting to leave, and as you go out the front door, you see two individuals coming toward. They're at the street level, and they're looking up, and they're looking at a piece of paper, and they point in the older gentleman is like, this can't be it. No. The younger looks like an apprentice type is, yeah, this is it. And they've got like little traps and snares and stuff like that. And looks like he's got a belt with like rat tails hanging off the side of it. And the younger kids pulling the master, and they're coming toward the front door.
How may this one help you?
This is he basically is this the manor, Troll Skull Manor? And he reads off the address.
Indeed it is.
This place is gonna be a tavern? What a rat infested shithole.
Well, the second part I would take offense to, but the first part, this is
No
true.
offense, no
It is
offense.
rat infested.
If you've got rats, let's see. Yes, we are here. The exterminators. We're the vermin
Very well.
hunters.
Please, you have access to all areas. Please do not go down into, well, if you have to go down into the attic area, that
Are
is
you not
fine.
going to show me around? Show me where all these rats are at.
Oh, yes, I was on my way out, but this is fine. Come, I will
Okay.
show you around.
Okay, so where do you take them?
I'll take him right in the front door there
Okay.
and show
Yep.
him that the The main
So-
level is the tavern area.
Okay. He will move around, and the apprentice starts looking, and they point a couple of spots. He has some droppings. He says, see a few droppings here. And then he goes, well, wow, look at that hole. And he will back up behind the fireplace as, looks like a board was kind of pulled out. And he, I think, y'all found one of the holes were in this area. You found some moldy bread, that was back
Right.
behind there. And he, what the hell? And he, pulls some more out. And the boy, and they're both kind of staring at each other. And the guildman, he says, check. And so the other little boy goes scurrying off and found one, found another. And, oh, wow, found another one. And, he scurries around, and you lose track of him. He goes into the back kitchen area, and then he comes back through the bar area and stops at the trap door down to the lower area. And she goes, where's this go?
That is the cellar where the supplies are kept.
Ooh,
You are
we need
welcome to go down.
Oh, it opens it up, and dark down there. It's got some light. I can't see in the dark. Little kid
I
saying that to
will
you.
Find a torch or something and get him some light.
Ooh, scary. Looks scary.
Candles, whatever.
Down there, and it's pretty much down there. He does not much down there. He takes a few minutes, and just spooky. Ooh, get the shivers down there. Wouldn't want to be stuck down there at all. And comes back climbing up, but nothing, boss. And then they take him to the stairwell that's on the back side of the property. That takes up to the second level. Sorry, you don't sound like it's. I'm on tally. I missed my which was Friday night. I was playing a precocious halfling boy in Lost Mines, and that one was fun. So I can sound like one if you need me to, but I don't do voices that well. So, but y'all take them up to the second level, and they start searching. Then the boy, they find more, and the exterminator said, yeah, you've got definitely signs of, as always with places like this, and I'm surprised I don't see more rats, but these holes aren't rat made.
Oh?
No, these are intentional. Rats don't make this kind of cut. And he basically starts showing you, and they definitely don't store food right behind the hole. And he's reaching back, and they find him, and the little boy finds 2 or 3 more just on the first floor. And he pulls back, and the boy brings, more bread, and that's definitely molded, rotted out. And you can see some been chewed on, and he said some of them definitely didn't have. They had the bread still there. Some of the holes didn't. And the guy says, "This, no. This is we can set some traps out, and I'll catch some rats, but but these holes, these are cut. This is a knife. Something's cut this hole out. This is intentional."
So in your expertise, you think someone is maybe sabotaging
No,
our endeavors here?
they look fairly fresh. So, you got somebody that likes digging holes in the wall? I can't tell you the intentions. I'm just telling you that's not a rat. And he sends the boy. He says, "How many more stories?" It's definitely like it was a stall place. He says, "How many floors are there?"
There's 3 floors.
So he sends the boy on up, and you hear him, the other boy, "More! Oh my God!" And the boy comes back, with some more bread and food pieces in his hand, and the guy says, "Well, yeah, we'll set some traps out because this food is going to. Here's your food. Here come the rats." And you know. And he said, I've seen dropping, so I know you've got some, but you're going to have more, depending on how far back some of that food is, you know, in the holes and how long it's been there. And he motions to the boy, and he goes, check the go check the outside in the back alley way. And the boy says, okay. And kid runs off, and he's, you know, he's kind of giving the look, and he goes, yeah, it's got definitely a home appeal to it for some reason, but y'all have got your work cut out for the. He said, I noticed the outside was looking a little bit better. The inside here needs definitely to work.
Yes, this is true. We
But
have
I will-
only so much money.
Yes.
We are working our outside
Speaking
way in.
of money, and he kind of,
Yes.
you know, and you're gonna, you know, you'll lay some gold on him, in, you know. But he says, yeah, we could take care of the traps here. We'll put some in and around and some catches, and we'll come check them throughout the week here. And then, depending on what we see, we need to put you on a recurring visitation plan, you know, maintenance plan. And you know that, and it's factored into the budget and all that, and y'all can hack and price, and he'll come up with a number, but it's, you know, you were expecting it as far as some of the expenses and all that. So we don't need to get into the full number, you know. I'm just, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let me ask you this. This is very curious to me because we have no food here.
Well,
We
this
are
food,
not open for business.
okay.
Where is this bread coming from?
Well, he goes, how the hell would I know that? I'm just here to kill.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yep. So they lay a few traps out, and the boy comes back and he says, yep, got some holes in, you know, the woodwork, and you knew this from Tally telling you that he had seen some of the stuff outside, and he was upset about it and was going to be repairing it. And the kid says, yeah, and there's even there's scratch marks. You can see some of the digging, but I don't get it, boss. There's some scratch marks higher up on the walls that rats can't get to.
But I know how high that is.
And he kind of, and the boys, you know, waist high, you know, he's, you know, he's, you know, 4 or 5 feet tall, 5 feet tall, you know, somewhere in there. He's a small boy, but you know, he kind of points it up, and it's, you know, a good 3 feet off the ground.
Very curious. Well, thank you for your time. I will let my companions know.
Mm-hmm. We will see you
and
soon, and I will give you a report. Yep. And
Thank you.
they
Thank
get
you,
to
sir.
work. Yep. And you see them kind of run around, and the boy's running, and he's checking holes, and you see a couple boxes, you know, rat boxes, and they put some definitely outside, and a couple of traps inside the holes, and he tells you, make sure as you're leaving, make sure to tell your friends don't stick their damn hands in the holes. They'll get more than they bargained for. Might lose a finger.
This one will tell them. Thank you.
And I'm not responsible for it. So,
Understood.
okay. Bang! And they get done with their work, and you wait it out, and they'll see you in a few days.
Okay. As they leave, Leaf, do you know anything about these holes in the bread inside the holes? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
There's no sound.
Leaf, have you done this in an attempt before you got to know us to get us to leave?
There's no sound.
Okay, my friend, I trust you. I will be back with your family. And with that, I'm gonna head out.
Okay. Ba-bum. Dun, dun, dun. Back to our roving companions in the street. What is our other clan doing now? What are y'all doing? It's a few hours have passed while y'all were in the map shop. I mean, the bookworm shop. What next was on the list? Or y'all headed back?
I was gonna head back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I will too to hold down.
Okay, so yeah, y'all head back to the tavern, and y'all find that Lionel's not there.
Are the exterminators there?
No, they've all. Yeah, everybody's left while y'all were taking.
Do we
care of
notice the traps?
You
there?
notice the boxes. Yeah, you'll notice a couple boxes on the ground. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And you'll have seen one out on the front area, when y'all came walking up.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder where he is. Maybe he's upstairs in the parapet.
Maybe he went to go do something too. Lionel's a free cat. He's not a household cat.
Yeah, he's an outside cat.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's just using the bathroom.
Why don't you go check?
The kitty litter.
I'm gonna
Bathroom
go
would be
upstairs to the
outside for
library.
He doesn't buy any cat litter, so he has to use it outside.
Sit at the
Like-
bar.
me like not believing like Leo would be like, Leaf? Are you real?
Did you ask that out in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quiet for the moment.
There,
yeah.
I'm just gonna slump back in my chair and just relax.
And you go upstairs. You might see one box sitting on a corner area, but other than that, y'all don't detect anything else going on inside the tavern.
And I was like just looking around. He's like, Lionel definitely is not here. He didn't even leave a note. I guess. I hope he's okay. I mean, it's
He can
not
take care of
like
himself.
Do you guys want a drink? Maybe we can,
What kind of drink?
I don't know, something to loosen up the mood.
Do you have
All
drink?
these ghosts and stuff.
I was gonna say. Where are
Well,
you
no,
supposed to
but
get them?
and maybe we could go and check out the other bar, and just kind of get a look around, see what we're dealing with, because they're basically going to be our primary competition.
Look.
We all go in there at once, maybe we
I'm
can
gonna be
set them
real with you,
straight.
Osric. It's probably best if you and either Gunmare or Grey Axe go, because me and Lionel didn't make a very good impression on him to begin with.
Oh, you were there too.
Yes.
Oh, tell me about it. I don't think I was there. What happened?
Well, we encountered him, and he was a royal douchebag. And yeah, I mean, you might. I don't know if you remember, but he doesn't pay his taxes and all that. He's
Oh.
not the greatest person around.
Maybe not today.
Because me and Lionel encountered him before. And we didn't fight, but we definitely had a verbal disagreement.
But the way I see it, that's actually a good thing. Because the more we intimidate him, maybe he will just close up shop and get out of here.
Well, they may force him to.
Or maybe he'll burn his place down.
Hopefully. No.
We should burn down his bar first, like a
Oh my
preemptive.
god. Don't say
Osric?
that so loudly. You don't want the guards to hear.
But Osric, how are we gonna get the booze if we burn it down?
Well,
Someone might get the wrong idea.
we do have this lead, and he pulls out another note, and it's the one that says "Hop and malt, drink you shout."
Well, kind of missing
I
our
still
cat
think you
friend.
guys are gonna give us some booze if we go and help him out with the sentry duty in the South Ward.
I think so too, but is that top priority right now? I mean, well, it looks like the exterminators came by, so we don't have to wait for that. I don't know if Lionel paid their deposit. I know he doesn't like to hold money on him.
Well, yeah, y'all got some money stuff that stashed somewhere
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so yeah, because Lionel had, had to pay a little bit there, but I wasn't going to get in the minutia and all that. So it was just
Every job we do is gonna get us a little bit closer to being able to pay off all of the guilds and stuff, and be able to actually open the place up. So
Yeah.
every job is a decent priority for us.
How about we wait around for Leo to come back, because he is a pretty crucial member of our
Aye.
group.
Did the Hop and Malt say anything about what time of day they would need the sentry duty?
I don't know. They asked. I think it was they wanted us to be scarecrows. If I recall.
which
You guys
one
remember-
now?
I mean,
What are we
the
looking at
Hop and
now?
Drink,
Malt,
like-
Hop and Malt, drink you shall.
Okay, hold on a second, because I didn't have. Was that one of the ones I thought?
Number 2.
Yeah, we wrote it down.
Okay, I had different ones. What do you know?
They want
Okay.
us to guard a grain field or something.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me get over there to... Sorry, folks. Let's see. Notice board number 2.
Yes.
Hop and malt, drink you shalt. Greetings and salutations. The Fairweather Brothers Brewery needs your sword arm out in the fields. Our new generation of crops would revolutionize the entire ale industry if any of it could grow long enough to be harvested, that is. As soon as the hops are ripe, they are stolen directly from the fields. Please visit our brewery in the South Ward and audition for sentry duty. We pay in coin or ale, whatever suits you best.
See, if we get that stuff, we're gonna be the only place in town who's got it. And that would make us pretty popular. And I'm sure it would make Leaf very happy.
Other than Fairweather's Brewery's gonna have it.
Well, yeah, of course. But they're all the way down in the Southern Ward. We might be the only place in the Northern Ward who's got the good stuff.
Osric has a good point.
I'd like us to get that stuff before anyone else does.
And they're a brewery. It doesn't say they sell it.
Yeah,
They'll sell to other taverns.
They'll sell to other
Yeah.
taverns,
Well,
but
yeah.
if we help them grow the stuff, then we're gonna have a foot in the door.
I was gonna say maybe we can have
Exclusive rights.
yeah,
Contract.
Aye.
I'm alright with heading down there.
sure. I mean,
You know,
like I
at least
said,
go and-
we should
Right,
probably wait a
talk to
little
them and
bit.
find out what time that they want us to do it. Because I mean,
We do have to apply for sentry duty
the
too.
thing is, how the crops are gonna grow for how long? Like, how long are we gonna be doing sentry duty? Days, weeks, months? Like, how long does this stuff grow? How long do we need to be there before it's
Maybe
ready for harvest?
You can go find out
Aye.
more information.
Shall we?
Should we leave a note here in case if Leo comes back?
Nah,
I'll
leave-
stay.
leave us a note.
You'll
Devin?
stay.
I need to catch up on my reading.
You better give me a summary of what you've read, okay?
Before we go, Osric wants to pull out the scroll that he bought, and he wants to show it to Grayax and Genmar, and just he's gonna say like, I'm trying, but this stuff is real confusing. It's giving me a headache.
Yeah,
Can
it looks
you
like
guys-
lines to
Can you
me.
guys make it out? Can you figure out what it is?
Hmm.
But don't tell me what it is. I just want to know, like, if you guys have the magical eye or whatnot. I just want to see if I'm in the right track.
Magical eye. Eh?
Well, that's
Ye-
what the dragon.
Abdul has well, sorry, I'll
Abdul looks at the book and it's like this.
It's
Yeah.
not. No. Say what you're gonna say. I don't know jack about this.
Abdul's like, oh, good toilet paper.
He wants to know when your session's gonna be over.
I don't know. Can Grayax and I know anything?
I just Gray Axe, I just whispered you.
Hey, I think the scroll reads nothing.
Yeah, you just know
Okay.
you know nothing about it.
No, I was just kidding.
And I don't
feel like
know.
I got ripped off, guys. I want to go back to the library.
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay, thank you. At least we know it's genuine product. I'm gonna figure this out.
What does it mean?
Don't.
I can't tell you.
Tell me.
What the hell is whispering? It's Leaf. Leaf. If you can translate this, don't. I want to figure it out by
I don't
myself.
think Leaf can make contact with us.
Thump.
Thump, thump.
Did we hear that?
Yeah, you hear two thumps. Thump, thump.
Does
What was
two
that?
stomps mean yes or no?
Osric jumps
Only
out of
do
his
it 2
skin.
times if it means yes.
Thump.
Okay, so it means no.
Time to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the library.
Maybe
now.
this is the only content I've had with Leaf. I'm interested.
I'm trying to find a map here. I'm gonna get thrown here. So are we? So here's. I'm sorry. So what are we? What's the group doing? As we're semi playing around here.
I think me and Osric were gonna go check out the.
I'll go
I think
on.
it was Brewery Guild or
So you're gonna go down to the shop. You're gonna go down and chat with those guys.
Fairweather's brother brewery.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm put. Okay. So
And I am staying at the Manor Inn Tavern thing, waiting for
Yep,
Leonel to come
Leonel.
back, and I'm just reading
Okay.
my book.
It's a that's right, Tally. All right. Well, and you, as you're reading and all that, from time to time, you'll hear noises coming from downstairs. The rest of y'all are gone to. Right. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, Abdul and Osher, Ginmar, were all the other three of y'all going to the brewery place? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I was just reading stuff here. I'm trying to make sure I get the right stuff loaded here. So yeah, y'all head off to the South Ward. And it's traipsing, unfortunately, back down, the same direction as y'all went to go visit the Exterminator. Yeah, no, the Exterminator. You're headed back down. That's, the ward. And so y'all do that. Gray Axe, you'll hear creaking noises from time to time as though it sounds like somebody's walking down below. And then you'll hear sweeping noises. Things like that. Do you do anything?
I would finish the page I'm on and mark the book that I'm reading, so I know which one and where to continue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd go downstairs and try and investigate what's going on.
The broom is, what you sound like you're sweeping, and you see more piles, where y'all came in and dirt and, brought mud in and all that, and it's being swept up. And the broom is laying up against the bar. You damn well know it wasn't there before.
Smite the broom.
No. No. We're not gonna do that.
While he's contemplating that, Leonel, you make your way to the Jewelers Guild.
Yes.
And what are you doing?
I'd like to see if Glowin is there.
They are there. They are repairing. You'll find them in the midst of repairing the damage from the fireball that went off in the hallway. And
okay.
Busy. And he seems to have a lightness to his step for some reason. Quite happy.
Sir Glowin, yeah.
Yes, I'm a Glowin.
Good day to you. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you. Oh, wait, I remember you. Oh, and didn't think I would see y'all again.
You seem to be happy, my friend.
Oh, you wouldn't know. It's just this light in the load, the stress. I don't know. I think I know what it was, but best left some things left unsaid.
These one things we both know. May I have a word with you? And he looks over at Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
In private. In private.
Oh, certainly. Oh, yes. Let's, mind the mess here. And he will take you back through to his office, which, is definitely showing more signs of being a man's office, and it's, he's, it's a little unkept, but clothes are laying on the floor, and so stuff's a little bit more messier than you remember it being last time.
Okay. What this one would like to talk to you about is what do you know of the little one out there, Leaf?
Not much, to tell you the truth. Is
he your boy?
No. He will tell you a story that, the boy, one of the other, the guild members and all that, they, were, had gone by a, adoption place, basically, what am I looking for? where boys are kept.
Boys' home or
Boys' home.
orphanage?
Yeah.
Orphanage. Thank you. Big words for me. Yes, I'm having brain farts there.
Wayward House.
Yeah. So and we're looking for some extra help for such that and he kind of yes, it was not trying to child labor laws being that they are, but we would at least pay the boy, but we needed someone that would do some of the cleaning work around here, and he caught the eye of one of the guild members, one of the craftsmen, and he's been with us for a few months now.
Did the
Don't know his
orphanage
story though.
tell you anything about the boy? What
Lost
happened
his.
to his parents? No?
They I think died in a fire. He thinks.
Oh, terrible.
Or maybe he was given up. I don't remember the story actually. It was, if they knew, it really knew. But what is the case with boys, unfortunately, that are left or unwanted?
Yes.
Such as a life gun out there. But he's a good lad, and takes always into a little mischief and being watched after. But he takes care of the stable and the horses, and he's a good cleaner. Seems to have an uncanny knack of handling the main common room, keeping it clean and filling drinks and waiting on people.
Lionel's going to tell him the story of what he believes may be his father at the mansion, and he asks him if he could borrow him for the afternoon.
Sure, father. Maybe if he kind of puts maybe grandfather might be more.
This is possible. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Sounds
Good
the
point.
age and all that. Yeah, because Leaf had been dead for quite a while. Of the bar from Okura's story, it had been a while. So, and the tavern, is run down, so that took many years also. So, yep.
Okay.
Yep. And she had it before, and it's been running a mill, but he had it in there somewhere between families and her owning it, and she's selling it off to another group that lost, the story that they lost control of it. So anyway, he says again, say that again. Now you want to take the boy and do what now?
I would like to take the boy and possibly reintroduce him to what may be a family member that is a spirit that is connected with the mansion in some way.
Oh, come now. You don't truly expect me to believe in stories like that.
Good sir, have I ever lied to you before?
No, but that just sounds, he has this, somewhat of a disbelief look on his face, and also somewhat concerned because you are asking to take some hired help away from him. And let's just say that this happens to be his family member and he doesn't want to come back. Then what do I do? Or
this is what Lionel would do. Lionel gives you his word that the boy will be back to work for you. It is his job. This one believes highly in when you are hired to do a job, you do the job. And I believe this boy is of the metal that will do that. He has stayed with you this long.
And where are you going to take him to?
To Trollskull Manor.
You give him the address and all that, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
He says,
if you wish to come by, I am not asking to keep the boy. I just want to
I'll do this just for what y'all have done for me. I'll acquiesce this, but I will alert the city guard and the marshals if I do not see him back.
This is fine. I will also. I am going to ask the boy if he wants to go. I am not taking the boy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Do you
we can
understand?
call him. We can call him in here. I would,
Yes, please.
if I know him, he's going to want to go to get out of chores, and that is truly what the case is. You'll call Leaf in, and he will, come, shuffling in there. He's covered in filth and soot. He's been busy working, and y'all give him the storyline in his eyes. Ghost, cool. Let's go. What? And he's like, and he kind of looks at Sir Gawain and he goes, can I really go? And Gawain will, sure, just be safe. And he looks at you and he says, take care of the boy. He's a good lad.
Indeed. And Lionel's going to look at the boy and say, this is not permanent. You will be back here tomorrow to do your chores. Is that understood?
Yes, I guess. Sure. What have I got to lose?
Right. Let us go.
Okay. So y'all head back. And all right, then okay, so while that's going on, then we have our companions that have headed off to the South Ward to the Fairweather Brothers Brewery. And y'all make your way to the place, and you find it, and you'll find two big brothers, fairly large in gut wise, that they don't do a lot of heavy work, and they it's not a bad looking place. It's nothing. There's nothing particularly noticeable about it in other places like that. It's it's clean, it's kept. It's got a simple crowd in there right now, and y'all step in, and you'll ask for the brothers, and they'll be back behind the main bar and tending stuff, and you can make your way up to them. Who's doing the talking?
I would believe Thornbottom would be.
Hello. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen. Hi there.
What can I get you, little man?
And he looks back at Abdel. It's like, might as well.
Yeah.
While we're here, this will be a great place to sit down and talk a little bit of business, gentlemen. But we'd happily partake of the ale if you're serving. Does this look like a normal tavern as well?
Yeah,
or is it just
yep. And it doesn't look, anything, like it's spectacular, and then, so just like your typical
Okay.
tavern.
Yeah,
pub.
Osric's gonna, with some difficulty, climb up onto the bar stool.
Okay.
And,
Yep.
And he's gonna fumble through the paperwork that he's got. He's gonna pull out the note from the notice board. He's gonna set it down on the table and say, "Gentlemen, we're responding to your call for assistance." And he gestures with his thumb back to Abdel and Genmar, who probably look a little bit more imposing than Osric. He's gonna say, "I got some friends here and a couple more back home. They're real good with the sword arms, and we were thinking that maybe we might be able to help you out with the guard duty, and maybe form a bit of an arrangement." It says here that you pay an ale.
We'll pay an ale or the good coin.
Now, can you tell us about what exactly kind of issues you're having, and just take it from the top. And if you have any questions about us,
well, they
have a dialogue.
Yeah, they look at y'all and they, somewhat skeptical. But the truth of the matter is, my brother here, and he points to the other one who's, and he's, he may be the brains of the operation. He thinks he is, but he just happened upon a mixture of some different ingredients and hops from a field that they have outside the city that it's got a taste like none other. and they brewed a batch of this ale, and they're out, and they've had people clamoring, up until of late, wanting to have a taste of this magical elixir. It's rolls right off the tongue, and it brings a smile to everyone's face. But the problem is that they've gone out and they've set up and they've plowed the fields, and they've had the plants are in the field, and they begin to grow, and just when it's time to harvest, they get out there to do all that, and it's all been stolen.
Oh my gosh.
Right as soon as the hops are ripe, they are stolen directly from the field, from what we can tell.
Do you have any idea, like, what might...
Oh, it's got to be some type of someone has gotten, a wind of this. We don't know how, because we've kept it between ourselves, pretty much, and we don't, we don't have much of the way of family. And he's, he has his recipes that he's got, and he's got them in a book that he keeps on him, and the guy pats his chest, and he's got a thump, kind of something like it's held in a chest pocket, and he goes, they still some wouldn't understand his brewing, and no one's going to understand the way I brew. It's the best in the world. And they kind of,
May I taste test?
They don't have any. We're out. That's what I said. We're out. And it's
just pushing my luck.
And if I had some, we'd be selling it, because it just flew off out of the cask. And where businesses slowed down because we were the talk of the area, and now that's not the case. And we're looking for somebody to get out there. We're going to be coming up on another harvest here shortly, and we need those plants guarded day and night.
How shortly is this harvest?
Within the week. 2 weeks, and we got to do it quickly because it's getting colder by the bit. But snow. But he says they've for whatever reason. He said we've been surprised too. Maybe it's the dirt in the field, but the plants still grow a good bit even in the cold weather.
And you said your farm was out of the city a little bit?
Yeah, he says it's a couple days ride out east.
Couple days.
Yeah, well, you got Waterdeep's a big place, even all the outside skirts that you've got your other settlements and things like that, and then they, he can draw it on it. He'll pull out a piece of paper and kind of give you a simple diagram of what roads to follow and where to turn. But they've got a little place out there, a little farm where they've been growing some of their ingredients for this brew. But this one patch of land that they have out there has been the tell-all for some of these hops, and it's the hops that we're losing. The magical flavor that they are.
So how much ale would you be willing to give us?
No.
Well,
We got to really talk about this a bit, just to make sure it's even possible. If it's a couple days out and the harvest is due in a couple days, then we got ourselves a bit of a time crunch. It's a good thing we came by when we did, otherwise we would have missed it entirely.
That's true.
A couple days. So, like you say, about a week before the harvest is due, and it'll be a couple days before we even get out there. Yikes! And Bowser kind of spins around on his chair. We're all going to need to go, and we need to take shifts. This is going to be quite a project.
Yes,
it is. Generous reward. We've got, knowing what we can make on this, and I'm not trying to boast too much, but we probably, we're looking 500-600 gold pieces easily.
Okay, so my friend was asking about ale, and well, there's a good reason for it, and he spins back around. And has the ale been served yet?
Yeah, they've given you some, typical, your standard brew, that most places.
I'll tell you what, this is great. I haven't had ale in forever.
It's good stuff. It's not the black, the black label stuff, but it's good stuff.
It comes in
It
pints.
gets its job
It
done.
comes in pints, yes.
So yeah, here's the thing. We, my friends and I, we recently fell into a bit of a windfall. And we were thinking about opening up a tavern. We come across some property that's been given to us, and it seems like it'd be a right fine place to open up a tavern. It's up in the northern ward, where some of the richer types are living, and we think that maybe if we can help you out and make sure that the harvest comes true, uh, perhaps you might be able to part with a little bit of the ale, and we'd be able to sell it up north and spread word of your brewery. Uh, you know, I don't know how much you're planning to sell it for, but I don't think we'd really have a problem with taking less gold in exchange for some of your product, and we'd be able to spread the word of mouth about you. What do you think, guys? And he turns back to y'all for input.
It sounds like a win-win.
Sounds like a win-win-win. That's the best one.
Yeah.
You talk fast.
Uh,
And it's they look at each other. We might be willing to part with a little money. That's in the trade, and from the sales and getting back our feet back underneath us and paying for that. Putting some of the ale together. That we'd have to think about. We hadn't considered that. Pale ale that we could purchase and put some of this. They've got chatting with accounts with the guilds for your alcohol beverages, your spirits and all that, and helping to, they've even got a few ins because you're not the only ones that have gotten wind of this magical concoction, and there's others that want access to it too. But in our business, we prefer to have the demand higher than the supply. Keep demand high and supply low.
Speaking of which, do you know of any of the other taverns around here who maybe are sporting a brand new ale? Someone's stealing the hops. Maybe someone's making the beer.
I
Trying
haven't
to
heard
sell
of
it
any,
somewhere else in
but
town.
that's a good. That's a good question, and we will. Hadn't thought about that, and they kind of look at each other and they go, "Well, you're supposed to think. No, you're supposed to think." They kind of push off each other, as brothers do, and that's a question that we're probably going to have research, but nothing comes to mind.
We might be able to do some legwork for you on that.
Well, we should probably go converse with our party members and get going.
Yeah. So we're not going to be able to set out tonight, but I think it might be good for us to come back first thing in the morning if we're going to do this. But we need to let our other two partners know. Are you going to be coming with us?
Oh, we've got to man the place here. No.
Okay. I was just thinking that look, with not to put us in a negative light, but you did just meet us, so I was thinking that you might have a representative or someone out there to meet. So you guys.
Oh, he's got farm hands. There are some hands out there. Yeah, there's definitely a farmer. There's someone that tends the area and all that. And they can put you in touch with but themselves and all that. They will they look like they've done a hard day's labor in quite some time. So.
And they didn't see any signs or clues about who it might be, whether it was
Nope.
a regular group of blokes from the city.
There's been no clues. I mean, the hops are like the vine, the plants and all them, are even that the hops themselves are just gone.
Wow. How much area are we talking? How big is your farm?
Oh, we're talking acreages and all that, 20, 30 acres. Good bit. And they're talking, but this section where the hops are growing and all that, it's just like they're wiped clean. The plants are still there, but the hops are all gone.
Can I make an insight check on the brothers to see if
Sure.
they're maybe not sharing certain information?
Knock yourself out. They seem to be on the level with you. They don't have any twitches or glances or anything like that.
All right. Well,
Now,
go
I'll
ahead.
hold on to that thought. No, I'll hold on to that thought.
Okay. We'll talk about it on the way back then.
Yeah.
Well, we're here. We could sure use the help, and our money's good, just like anybody else.
By the way, my name is Osric. We kind of went straight to business, but my name is Osric Tornbottom. That's my friend Genmar and Abdel. Abdel is definitely going to be able to help with the swinging of the swords. I'm more of an investigatory slash
Axe.
managerial type. Yeah. Okay. Well, what was your names, gentlemen?
King will still be using aren't we? Well, actually, they weren't using Zoom, Jeff. I think we'll still stay with Zoom. VC will move over to for the new games, for the Halloween games. Sorry, someone was asking me in chat. All right, so yeah, they said, well, you know where to find us, but we time's a ticking. If we don't get this solved, we're gonna be in trouble. And they kind of look at each other, but we'll have to go with guards helping. God help us. They can't get shit done in this town when it's needed. Only when they're not needed did they find stuff.
I think we're going to be able to help you. We just need to talk with our other friends and make sure that they're on board.
Works for us.
Okay.
It's first come, first serve.
We'll be back in the morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to Osric on the way back, saying, so Grey Axe, when you guys encountered the were-rat, looked through a trapdoor and saw a bar. Do you think maybe we should take precautions in case the were-rat's involved with stealing these crops?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, well, do rare rats drink beer? I don't.
Well, he like above where his storage was a bar.
Do you think we should get some of those silvered weapons? I wonder if maybe the blacksmith still has some of the silver bars left around. Maybe they can help us. Maybe they can make maybe like a silver dagger or something.
Maybe.
Some silver tipped arrows that might help us give us a bit more firepower against those.
Even if we don't use
team.
them, we still have them. But like I said, like we've been saying, our time is limited, so I don't.
Well, it's on the way.
We could stop by the blacksmiths or metal workers.
The armor. Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Y'all have. He just so happens to have a bunch of silver bars.
Yeah, that we gave him.
That's right.
Probably.
It's coming in full circle.
I don't know if it'll be enough time because we're planning on leaving in the morning.
Well, maybe they have some on hand. They don't have to make them. I don't know.
So
I wonder how.
You gotta head back.
Roughly how expensive it would be to purchase a silver dagger.
A silver dagger.
But they did promise that we have good connections with them, so I don't think they'll try to necessarily rob us.
Yeah, but we are at the start of our friendship partnership. I don't know if they'd be willing to cut us too deep of a discount, unless there was something in it for them as well. But it don't hurt to ask.
Doesn't. That's true.
Sure doesn't.
So, all right.
So do you want to head to the...
Aye.
Where are we headed to?
We're heading back to our neighborhood.
Yep. Okay. Back to the neighborhood. And y'all make it back there. And while that's going on, Grey Axe, and you're, search around and just trying to discern what the hell is happening and seeing the floors cleaned and hearing noises and all that. And then you will hear what sounds like Lionel in a young boy's voice coming up in the street and to the front door, and they enter the tavern.
When we met Leaf earlier, like the kid, was he an elf?
Don't remember.
Don't remember? Okay.
Hi, Leonel.
Good day. How was your time spent in the
Short-lived. I heard some noises down here and kind of investigated and pondered what it was. I only got a little bit of reading done.
Oh, this one is sorry, but that is a good sign, no?
Who's this?
Yeah, I think
Hey,
it is.
Oh,
He's kind of big and red.
I am sorry. Forgive my manners.
I remember you. You were in the jewelry too.
Yep.
Little leaf. This is Grey Axe. He is a dragonborn. Do you know what that
him.
is?
Yeah, I've seen him around. I never see one close though. So y'all came in.
Just remember your manners and don't stare, okay?
And that's all
Can
he's
I,
doing.
like,
That's all he's doing is staring at him.
Burp. Can I burp and have like a little bit of fire? come
Fire,
out?
yeah. Bah! The boy, ah! And then you'll hear bam, 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 bam. Upstairs.
Oh, little leaf. This is the reason I asked you to come here. There is someone that I believe you should meet. Now, please don't be scared. Don't be alarmed. It is a spirit, but it is, I believe, a spirit of your family. I know your mother and father were killed when you were just a baby, you were telling me, and that is the reason you went to the orphanage.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's what I was told, at least. I never knew him.
This one is terribly sorry to hear that, but if you will permit me, Leonard would like to bring your family to see you.
Where are
Big
they?
Leaf? Big Leaf, are you here? I have
Bam.
brought Little Leaf.
Bam, 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 bam. And the little boy, what's that? And he's like, you can kind of see him. He's looking around and what is going on? Someone's
please,
upstairs walking hard.
Do not be scared. Do not be frightened. Lionel
I'm
will
not.
be with you. We'll go upstairs.
Okay. You make your way up. And, yeah, you'll come to the second floor. And y'all do a couple, you'll hear some creaking and a door will shut when you're not looking.
Big Leaf, is this your grandson or possibly great-grandson?
Perception check. Lionel.
Roger that.
Did you, you might want to use inspiration. I didn't call for the tower. Sorry. You rolled a 6. Sorry.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be in the tower.
No,
Okay,
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I want the tower. We're role playing. Yeah. Oh, you're going to want to use inspiration for this. Much better. So you're sitting there, and if you've asked that question, and you will feel your hair begins to, you know the feeling when you get, danger and how the, cat hair, and it stands up when you want it to, but this time it does it on its own. An electrical type setup, and you and the boy feel the air was cold already, but then you begin to see your breath, and the boy does too, and he's like, oh, it's cold.
I'm gonna push him behind me and kind of.
Well, it flows right through you. You feel this whoosh, and the air kind of rises up and down, and then you kind of, bam, 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 and the couple of doors slam in front of you, and the boy's getting, now he's kind of getting, and you feel him grab a hold of you, a death grip, and nothing, you bam, and it's just, then it slowly kind of calms down. and the energy level drops on. But for that brief moment, there was when you're asked the question, is it? That was it flew right through you, whatever it was.
Okay, little leaf. Lionel believes that the spirit
What was that?
is here. Well, Lionel believes the spirit that is here, this is making these noises, is possibly your great grandfather. That would be your dad's dad's dad. Does that make sense to you?
You mean he's old? Old.
Actually, he is more than old.
He's
Been
dead, I guess is what
deceased.
you're telling me.
Yes, but his spirit lives on here in the manor
Why?
because he is connected to this place. He used to
Question.
own it very, very long ago. He was the owner and the barkeep here of the tavern. As
So
you
on
can
it-
see, it is in bad upkeep.
Shape? Mm-hmm. Needs
But
work.
exactly, and Lionel's comrades and him, we are trying to bring it back to life. And with that, we have awoken Big Leaf, whom I think you are named after.
Oh, he's the
no?
same name as me? Cool.
Yes, your mother and father named you after your father's father's father.
Someone had a question while this was going on, I heard. No?
No.
Okay, I thought I heard say question
No,
in the background. Sorry. Go.
I forget what Leaf said something, and I was like, "Oh, that's a question."
Why is this haunted or something like that?
Oh yeah, He's like, we woke him up, and Leaf, or he said he haunted the place, and Leaf was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a fair question, I guess."
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
Leaf,
Mm-hmm.
is it possible for you to show yourself to the lad?
Bam, bam.
I see. You cannot, or you are not allowed. You cannot?
Bam.
I see. Well,
Shoot. Grax or Genmare, where are you at?
Downstairs.
I thought you were with us.
Wait, am I with you guys? Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
am. I thought we got back already.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
in the neighborhood. I thought we were going to the blacksmith first, though.
Genmare, give me a. Well, you're not proficient in any one of them, but Genmare, you're a cleric.
Yes,
No,
I
you're.
am.
And I'm looking at Lionel's stats. I'm like, going, what the hell? Sorry, 1 second. I need to bring up the right person. I'm like, holy crap. Religion check, please.
That's sad.
Inspiration?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you would. Okay. You what's happening and everything's going on and just the thoughts that there are certain spirits, you kind of remember this in some of your studies and barely paid attention to it in class, but that in hearing all this, and that if the leaf can't show himself, that he could be of the poltergeist form, that they're tied to the location, but they don't have abilities to show themselves. They are able to channel energy to do things and all that. Not a true gas type form or specter or things like that actually manifests itself in a physical form. That may be what you think you're dealing with here.
Can just kind of control objects.
Yeah, it's using energy around them, and that's what the coldness that
Right.
was felt as they pull in the energy and it begins to drop the temperature. And you go, oh yeah, hey, this may be what's going on. You have
Okay.
a eureka moment.
is this true, Big Leaf?
Bam.
Lionel looks at Genmare, winks. Says thank you, my friend.
Wait, so are we back at the bar?
Y'all are upstairs,
We're
second
up on
floor.
the second floor.
Oh, okay.
Now you may not be up there. I just trying to figure out. We didn't ask. I figured y'all were all following along to see what the hell Lionel's up to when y'all see the boy come in with him. When does Lionel ever, ingratiated himself with other people? Not that I'm trying to knock you, Lionel, but normally you haven't, right? Outside of
He's
the
a child.
the child, and you have the other elf that's across the street that has the plants and all that you also have taken an interest in. So, yeah. Well, the boys, so the boys somewhat scared, somewhat curious. You see both these emotions and all that crossing over his face, and you think it's my great granddad?
It is the possibility, yes. Would you like
Cool.
to ask him a question? He will
Are
answer
you
with
my
one
great
bump.
granddad? Bam. What's the bam
Well
mean?
done. It means yes. One bam is yes, two is no.
Bam.
Hmm.
Cool.
Since we're back at the bar, does Leaf look like he's an elf?
He looks like he has. The big Leaf was a half elf, not a full elf.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but he has. You will see in the boy that there are features there, although remote. But he has, a slim face, ears maybe slightly not full pointed, but they have a thinness to them. They have those type of looks, defined look. Outside of that, he's covered in filth and muck.
Okay.
It's highly possible. So,
Do you have any other questions, Little Leaf?
not at the moment. Maybe I'll stay here for a while and hang out.
Well, this is not a problem, but remember, you have work. You are employed by Mr. Glowin.
Okay. Well, you can employ me.
I was thinking that as well.
Well, it's
I think this would.
it's an
be a
excellent
good thing.
idea, but what about Mr. Glowin? We would be taking his only.
I think we can maybe make an arrangement, maybe to try to find another young lad to work for Mr. Gloinson.
Let's just sell him Gunmare.
Or perhaps we can give him the two halfling boys from Abdel, if Abdel is willing to part with them. Bless their hearts.
Look, you make it sound like I'm so attached to these little kids. But matter of fact, I would be completely okay with the fact if they were not in my hair.
Regardless,
I
you don't have hair.
You don't want to let them go.
I have a beard.
You haven't. The halflings are nowhere in sight. They haven't been here for the last 2 days now.
Oh, thank God.
All right. Well,
so that's where all the extra blood came from in the basement.
What blood? What is he talking about?
Don't worry about it.
What is wrong with you?
Just a joke. There, yeah.
Okay.
You're funny.
Why don't you go try to, read your scroll, Osric?
Yeah,
You got a scroll? What scroll's that?
Oh God.
It's just a roll of toilet paper. Don't even worry about it.
So, Little Leaf, you would enjoy working here?
Sure. Why not?
Bam,
bam, bam, bam, bam, bam, bam.
Big Leaf, calm down now. Don't scare the lad.
Seems like we don't have much of an option.
Well,
this is why I love this module.
not to make fun of, or not to say that Big Leaf is bad, but maybe this little one could keep in check, if that makes sense.
I'll pull out my map of Waterdeep and look for an orphanage to potentially find a new.
Yep. Oh, they're.
Yeah.
You've got most of the monasteries and temples will have such establishments off to their side,
Maybe
because
we can go and rescue some boys from the Church of Torm so they don't get whipped no more.
Maybe.
just remember, no means no.
Let's just, I'm gonna. Yeah,
That
let's go
exactly,
do
little
That
leaf.
is that
So
is
that-
very wise, very wise.
I'm all for that.
You are telling Lionel that we are just going to bring an orphan back to Mr.
Well-
Gloinston?
Well, I mean,
Too
it was
bad.
just a thought. We're just kind of brainstorming right
I mean,
now.
it's
I
a
don't-
guild. Is there really only going to be 2 workers there?
Well, I mean, Leaf
He's the
already
only
knows the way
stable
around.
boy.
Yeah, he's. How long
That's
you been
true.
working there, young lad? How long you been working with Mr. Gloinson?
He. He
It's okay. You don't have to answer. It's okay.
2000.
I overstepped
2,000.
2,000 years.
He he kind of looks. He looks at you. I don't know how to count.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, if you do come and work here, we might be able to teach you how to count.
He asks a lot of questions.
I can teach you and Abdel at the same time.
And how
I
to
can
read
count.
as well.
I'll have
Well-
you know, sir, I can count. It
If
goes
this
1, 3. No, I'm kidding.
Aye.
If this is our plan, I must go to talk.
And so the boy and y'all are chatting, and the boys remember, Osric, where's that scroll of yours?
I have it on my person. And
Oh,
I'm
okay.
behind the bar, standing on
Okay.
a rather large crate.
Okay, all right, just checking.
We're going to find another better rogue. No.
Well, you had it on you, because
Oh.
so the boy, you'll have noticed that he has something sticking out of it out of his little pocket area.
Do we
Okay.
all notice this?
You want to put him
Osric
on
will
the
notice.
board?
Osric will notice it because then he was looking for the scroll and all that, and it won't be where he thought he put it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So that just happened.
Just
or
play
do I get
along.
to-
Just play along.
Alright.
We're just
Okay, no problem. No problem. Yeah. So Osric will wander over to the boy and just whisper like, "If you can read it, you can keep it, lad."
Yeah, it says comprehend languages on it.
Osric
Ouch.
will, Osric will
Oh,
look,
yeah.
Osric will look at Grey Axe and just like for confirmation.
He said, "Yeah, here, it's all yours."
Yeah, that's right.
You said it was toilet paper, and I needed to go, so I kind of grabbed some, but it says comprehend languages on it.
Osric looks at Lionel and says, "The boy's hired. Damn it."
I never said it was a scroll when you asked me if I could read it.
The boy's hired.
Yeah,
Son,
y'all got
welcome
it
to-
though. Y'all got it. That's all I cared about. So I was like, I'm
Welcome
gonna
to the
play this
family.
ball. Yeah.
Welcome to the family.
So you got to figure out how. Yeah. So if we'll play out some more stuff. But now you've got the boy. So yeah, Leaf. Yeah, you've got the thought that Little Leaf wants to be there with Big Leaf, and you'll work on how you think you're going to get Gloinson to give up the work. So we're going to continue bogging the storyline. So, but while that's taking place, Leon knows he'll have to get him back at least to honor what you said that you were going to
Yes.
do. And I know you'll do that. But are y'all going to plan or? Well, I want to move the discussion line. I don't want to bog us down because everything that's happening. But what's
Yeah.
going to be going on with the hop and malt, the Fairweather
I was going to
Brewers?
say, I guess we'll
So-
try to tell the
I
party
think we need
about
to
that.
get some
We'll explain all
base
the
rations and figure out where we could maybe rent a cart and horse to get out there and do
Yeah,
our
I was
duty.
thinking a cart too, because then we can actually
That
like,
way,
help them transport the hops back to town.
and we'll have
And we can
Lionel.
guard it on the way, because if they don't try to steal it directly from the fields, they might try to take it when we're taking it back to town. So we might have
And
to
I'll
defend
bring-
the cart on the way back home.
I'll bring up the thought about the were-rat and
So our original plan was to stop by at the bartender, or at the bartender, at the
the metalworks and
at the metalworker
armory.
before we got here. So
Yeah.
Okay,
skipped over.
yeah, so he would have tell you that that this basically a silver piece of silver he can melt stuff down to make for arrowheads. You're going to need 5 silver pieces to 10 silver pieces or more, depending on what type of weapon that you want to have silvered, that he can coat to have that. But because of that, it won't last forever. But depending on the size of the sword, then he can do it. But it will take time, and he would not have the ability to make any of the swords. Now he could probably work up a quiver of arrows if needed to before tomorrow, but he would have understand that he's got a lot in line here, but being neighbors and working out, he could rush the order for a little bit more.
I think
Or
that would be good for Lionel. Give him some of them silver tipped arrows, and then we can work on getting.
But he doesn't have any already made silver weapons.
no, he does not.
No,
Well, he said
okay.
he could rush. He could do a rush job for some arrows, and that would at
Yeah.
least give us something that we can go out to the fields with. And then if we don't run into the were-rat, then we'll just keep working on.
Well,
building
we
our
also
arsenal.
have magic at our disposal between myself and Ginmare.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And Leaf. Apparently.
We're
I
not
don't
bringing-
think we're taking Leaf to the brewery.
Oh, sure we
will
are.
not take
Sure
the
we
boy.
are.
Oh,
No,
sure we
no.
are not.
But so are we planning on doing this?
Well, now why
gang?
not? Wait a minute.
Lionel
What
would.
do you mean, why not? It's like an
suggest-
8-year-old boy.
And plus, he also has to get to his chores.
He
at
needs
the,
to go back to work until
Jewelers
we can.
Guild.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow for this guild thing, aren't we? It's gonna take. You guys
Yeah,
said
so
it
it's
was
gonna take a
urgent.
couple
Yes.
days. And
Yeah,
then,
so we'll need to hit the market up or whatever, like a general store, get some rations on our way, and tell them we're ready to go.
can I'll say, hey, Big Leaf, can you watch the tavern while we're gone?
Bam.
Okay.
Knocks over a glass.
Do you know what's creating the holes?
Yeah, Leo, we saw that there was traps in front of them. So did the exterminators come?
Yes, they did come. I paid them a fee. They said that the holes are not from rats.
What? Like
Something
how do you
else
figure?
Cutting. He said the holes were not chewed; they were cut with some sort of knife or something.
They're intentionally
didn't-
made. Is what
Didn't you
basically.
talk about how one time you saw a person walking across the bar and they gave a disgusted look toward you?
He watched the guy outside.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It could be.
There's a possibility.
Without proof,
Does
possibly,
Big Leaf know of anything?
Big
of who's
Leaf.
making these
do you-
holes?
Do you know who makes these holes?
Bam, bam.
Nope. Can you keep an eye maybe out, or are you
Bam.
only limited to seeing? Okay.
You already asked him that.
Well, I just meant on the holes, not just any shady subjects or whatever.
This one would suggest when we do this job for the brewery that those of us with dark vision do the night shift.
I would
I can get behind that
strongly recommend
statement.
that too.
Right.
Aye.
So Lionel and I are on night shift.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Young lad, it is late. You need to go to bed.
Are we taking him home now, or is he gonna stay tonight?
It's nighttime, right? Is it?
It's getting to be nighttime. Yes, it is. Y'all spent a good bit of the day dealing this and discovering.
Should we get him back?
I told Mr. Glowingson that I would have him back in the morning for his chores.
Okay.
Then we can drop him off on the way down to the brewery.
Okay.
This is true.
Fine. Whatever.
Now, young
All right.
lad,
We'll see what we can do to get you here, but
Just
we
a-
can't right now.
Just another promise broken. Okay.
That's not we never promised.
I'll make the promise. We're gonna find a way to get you here, lad. Your talents are wasted in a place like that.
Okay.
I don't know exactly when it'll happen, but it will happen. That I can assure you.
Maybe 2,000 years.
About 2,000 years.
Okay.
But you don't have that long to wait.
Y'all are funny.
Thank you. I try.
long rest.
Okay. So we pass the night. You go to the boy. Does he have a place to sleep?
I think Osric will help him set up a place to stay in the kitchen. Like we'll set him up like a makeshift bed and kind of partition off an area with curtains. So
I
he's-
say the
Okay.
cellar.
no,
Whoa!
What is wrong with you?
no, not yet. we have to ripen him up first.
Bam, 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 bam.
Oh dear God! Oh dear
Yeah,
God! We might.
And it gets
It was just a joke, it
really
was just a
cold
joke.
around Abdul and Osric all of a sudden. I mean, frostbitten
joke.
cold.
Well, joke's on you. I'm used to the
That-
cold. So
that divine sense of yours, Grayax, just went perturbed.
Now look, I made him a bed. Come on now.
If Big Leaf does not kill you,
I gave him
this
a.
one will.
I gave him a valuable scroll of magic. Now he can talk to anyone he wants.
Okay. All right, you pass the night. Nothing happens. What's up, Banyas? The Banyans are in the house. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for the resub. I need to get my subs out to everybody. I have been bad. I've been bad on that. Thank you. Good. Welcome. We are in the middle of our Dragon Heist. I think you're running Mad Mage, if I remember correctly. That's our Tuesday night game. Y'all in about the same place I think we are. I think we talked about it, but good to see you and your crew. So back to the storyline. And I do appreciate the raids and everybody coming in and
Yes. Welcome,
hanging out.
friends.
We love it. Loves it. So you pass the night. You get everything together. Y'all have, also planning that you can make your way out of town so that you can stock up on your rations. The question will be, transportation. What were y'all wanting to do? You were thinking that you going to get a wagon out of town or something like that and a couple of horses to ride?
well, first of all, we should probably get the arrows.
Pick up the arrows, yeah. And so a quiver of arrows is going to cost you 25 silver.
I'll give them 25 silver.
Okay, 20, and it gives
How much is it? Is
it's
it gold, 10
20
silver?
arrows. Yeah, 10 silvers for a gold piece. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give them 1 gold piece and the rest in silver.
Okay. Yeah, just deduct it from whatever you got. Yeah, that's fine. And then Lionel, you'll have 20 arrows. You can reap. I will code them here in a second. We'll put. Actually, we just do from the longbow and its damage if you use those. We got to figure out how to do that because the silvered keyword has to be attached to the piercing side because if you hit something, and that will then take care of the damage in case you use them. Then y'all head on. You drop Leaf's Junior back to the Jeweler Guild, and he is surprised, and Leaf begins to try to ramble about what's going on, and Gloinson's not really paying attention. Do y'all say anything to him about it, or you at least just deposit Leaf and deal with this circumstance later?
I'd like
with
to
it
explain
later.
to him what we
Oh.
want to do. We'll be back in a few days, a week,
Let
and
him
we would
ponder on
like
it.
to take him with us. And if we have to help him find another
Well, there's Yeah,
Worker.
I think so.
Right.
And help pay for it, because you're taking a good, he may not be perfect, but at least is he knows his way around a common room. There's for certain. It better be a good deal for me, because I'm not. Yeah, he seems somewhat skeptical.
Don't you worry about
whatever.
a thing, sir. We saved your life and we killed your wife. So what more could you ask for?
He's a little happy about that. Yeah, that's true. Okay, maybe we'll talk about it when you come back then. Yes. And
If you ever get another wife, we'd be happy to kill her too.
No, I'm not sure I'm going to go down that line again.
Joke, by the way. That's a joke.
Probably a good idea.
I think so
Money,
too.
Going to,
money over women, am I right?
Lionel's going to put a paw underneath Little Leaf's chin and lift his head up so we're looking eye to eye.
Yeah,
And he's going to say, "We will be back for you."
yeah, he's got big
And
old
you
cat
live
sad
with
eyes
us.
looking at you. Yes. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Meaning our promises, I will be back.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. So, all right. Drop him off, and we'll deal with that storyline later. Whew. That went left turn. And you head down to the Fairweather Brewery, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And the brothers are there, and they, now that all of y'all walk in, and Osric, you basically, are the one that was doing the tatting in, and they kind of surprised that y'all are back. No one's still taking the offer, and time is a ticking to get to the farmstead, and then y'all begin to talk about transportation. Well, they will let you know that the farm's got transportation out there, the wagons and stuff like that. You just need to get to the farm, and then the wagons can be loaded up there by the hired hands and brought back. They have that.
We
So
borrow some horses from you or something, so we can get out there real quick.
we don't have any.
How far is the walk? How long is the walk out?
It's going to take you a few days to get out past the city.
Is that on foot?
Yeah.
I think it'd be worth it for us to
Cold slog, but you can make it.
rent some horses or something so we can get out there much faster.
I mean, if we can make it.
We were pretty short on money.
Yeah,
So-
riding horses, the cost of them are 75 gold. Renting per week is going to be somewhat. It's going to take a chunk of change to get everybody horses.
Yeah, I say we just stock up on rations and like a couple extra blankets and head out.
Yeah.
All right. Osric doesn't really like the idea of going on foot.
His
But-
feet are
That's
sensitive.
because 2 of your steps are 1 of ours, but
That's-
you'll
that's
make
the
it.
thing.
And it's more like 2 of mine.
I don't want to slow you down.
You can ride on Abdul.
No.
Yeah, Abdul will carry you.
What about Lionel? He's 7 foot.
He's used to halflings.
That's right. He likes
No.
halflings.
No,
Abdul
I
has
do
this thing
not.
about
That's a
halflings.
lie.
Yes.
I'm not calling you daddy.
That's okay.
It's what's the word I'm looking for? Master Blaster. So there you go. No one got
God.
that. No one got that. Come on.
I'm gonna roll a history check to see if I understand the reference.
Oh, you do not. You do understand the reference. Yeah, you're like killing me. Don't let me
Hopefully I
show
roll
my.
a nat 1.
Yeah, don't let me show my age here. So, all right. So yeah, they set you out. They give you the map. They tell you to check in with the head farmer. Farmer Jones.
Name?
Farmer
Okay.
Jones, yeah. And y'all make your way on out east gate, and away you go. And it is a little bit of a cold slog when lots of mud, snow, traveling, but the road's fairly well traveled, so it's not that bad because it's coming in and out of from the eastern areas of the countryside, and you'll make your way following the deal, and then though we don't have it's not a true map, but we got one of Chibbin Grove's maps, and This is a weird looking map, but we're still going to use it. It's an outdoor map, so just, So, something to use. And y'all are going to come in here, coming in from the south. And we've got to have, I don't have all the markers on this, but we'll say that we've got a field and a barn. And those are some buildings and all that. And it's to the north of the map, past in the fields and all that, is where you're going to see crop grows, and it's just multiple fields, but you'll come in and ask for Farmer Jones, and he's going to show y'all where the fields to the north of the complex are and the hops are grown. Okay. And he says this, where the dastardly deeds, even right up on our noses, when we're not looking, they just disappear.
So do you think there's people doing it, or do you think the crops are just
No
dying
one's.
or something?
He will tell you that when it gets to be close to being ripe, and these last couple of batches, and they taken, even though they're growing in the wintertime, they still take, it takes a good time to grow a perfect hop when you want a perfect brew, but there's no tracks. I mean, like the plants aren't even they're not even broken. One minute they're there, and the next minute they're gone. Truly strange.
Aye. How close do you think the hops are to being ready for harvest? If you were gonna
well, it's soon enough. Why,
do you think we can harvest right now?
The brothers were, telling us that it was getting to be time, and they were going to send some help to help monitor crops, because we were preparing workers are making their way in, and I would say, we could probably even start the next day if we needed to. We'll take a walk, and he'll say, come with me, and we'll go walk it, and he will show you what they're dealing with, and here wagons in the barns, and there's some workers beginning to migrate in, and they're setting up camps to prepare, and we're about prepped, but the brothers were asking us that they were hoping to get help, and if you're the help, then keeping an eye on the workers, and we'll start first thing in the morning.
What's the time of day?
I could say it's mid-afternoon.
Okay, so I would say that Lionel and Gidmare should rest up till evening fall, and the rest of us will go stand guard out at the crops for the rest of the day.
Yeah, sounds good.
And we'll start our shifts of sentry duty.
Yeah, Osric wants to survey the land. I'm sure Lionel does too. Looking for any high ground so we can get a good look at everything, see anybody approaching.
There are a few spots. There are some trees maybe off in the distance a little bit. Sure.
Osric wants to go and investigate the crops themselves and just look at the hops directly, see if he can notice anything unusual about them, or like
they're
maybe
busting.
Like some dirt.
They're busted. The dirt looks even, it's cold, but it's not as cold as you would expect it to be. The hops are fresh, but they, a twinkle, or you don't know if they're glistening from water or snow, but they definitely, they have, knowing brewery and all that somewhat, but they, hops have a different smell to them. I'm not sure. Then the taste to them either. I haven't ever liked the taste of them. No, you don't eat them all the time, but how the hell they make brew out of it. Someone figured that out. God bless them. And the ground, other than, the typical cultivation and tilling, and, you've got some some footprints that move around, but they both seem to belong to the staff there. And then you'll notice a couple, that looks like they've got. You'll find some hoof marks that are in and out of the area that they kind of come and go in and around the crops. And that's about it.
What kind of hoof prints?
Make me a perception check.
How close is this to the Neverwinter Wood?
Good question. Let me see if I got a sword coast. Sword. If I could spell sword. Coast map. Let's see how big. Oh, that's the big. Holy moly, that's the big one. I ain't sharing that one. I may have to. Are you kidding me? Alder's Gate, Neverwinter. Let me see what Neverwinter. Okay, so not because y'all are south.
Okay, I
yeah,
thought
y'all
so.
are south of Neverwinter Woods. Yeah, looking at that.
I thought so.
The perception check. You're seeing hoof marks, and you look, and there's no cows around. There are no goats around. There are no hoofed creatures around, except for a couple of horses in the barn, but those are big. These hooves are different sizes, but these hooves are smaller than the horses. Some of them. There's there's multiple sizes of hoof marks. But you don't see livestock around.
I imagine that Lionel and I are kind of working together on this little daytime investigation before he goes to, lay down or whatever. I'll ask him if he recognizes the hoof prints, since he spends a lot of time out in the wilderness, I imagine.
You
Goat.
read books about hoof prints?
Goat, maybe.
Something don't seem right. Does it look like a four-legged creature?
There's hoof marks. They're all over the place, but they've been walked over, mixed in with y'all's footprints, the farmer's footprints. Like nobody paid attention to what they were. You can't really tell.
Do I know any of the history of creatures in this area from my reading tales?
Of preachers?
Of creatures.
Oh, creatures.
Like, what types would inhabit?
No, it's regular farmland.
Just regular farmland?
Yeah,
okay.
There's farmland. There's not a lot of livestock around, other than there. You have seen some, but you're not seeing ranch. You're not seeing ranch areas in this part.
So then,
y'all
for
know
like
that's south.
Wilder animals.
Deer, maybe there could be.
Like
possibilities. But let's get you prepped while you're all thinking about it. So if you haven't noticed, you go north of the barns and you go to the fields where Osric just went. That's kind of some of the areas where the hops are at. And if y'all were going to do recon or set up to check out what's going on, where would y'all want to position yourselves?
I'll position right here.
If there's any thickets or anything, I think Osric.
Some of that is, and some of it is the trees. We'll use the purple stuff. It's just kind of. Okay. All right. And Ginmare, you're sticking back there. Okay. All right.
Y'all stay here.
And
Osric
so,
would want to be hidden.
are we doing watches, or are you all going to stay up all night long?
No.
Well, Genmare and
dark
Lionel are
vision.
taking naps. I'm pretty sure to watch till late.
Okay. So we move into the nighttime. The farmer says he appreciates it. He says the workers will get started with it tomorrow, and maybe now we can count on that the crops won't be vandalized with good men like yourself watching over them. And y'all begin to let the night fall. And
did it look like it was going to rain or snow?
Snow, maybe. It's a possibility.
Shoot.
Yep.
Osric would have let the group know about the hoof prints. You know, he
Mhm.
notices the fact that there's no, farm animals nearby.
Yeah.
So maybe the creatures are coming from far away to take.
What's up,
some kind
Nightheart?
of
Yep.
hoofed creature, or maybe goats are coming to eat them, and they just.
I
leave
was
hoof
gonna
prints.
say maybe it's more of creatures coming and eating the harvest.
So who's got first watch? Tell me that.
As night
For
falls,
nightfall?
Night falls. Night
When-
night is falling. Yes.
as night falls, I'd like to build a campfire kind of
No.
over here in this little clearing and
We'll
go to
over
sleep.
to the campfire.
Won't that give away our position? Or that
Yeah.
somebody is out here?
Yeah, if you guys want to set up.
Should we go further?
Should be farther.
Be a
like,
big
nearby
boy,
where
don't be afraid of the dark.
I was gonna say I'll just
I want to
ramp
keep
up.
warm.
I'll just ramp up in blankets and
Let's
just.
go.
I may have fire coursing through my veins.
I
but
mean,
that doesn't
look,
mean I don't get cold.
Well, I don't.
Good to see you,
So I'm used to cold climates.
Lionel and Ginmar are
And I'll just
doing night
plop
shift.
down.
All right. So if y'all will make me some perception checks in the tower, please.
Just getting married, Lena.
The first two, whoever's first two taking the watch.
Yeah.
Miss Lou. Oh, what's up, man? What's good to see you? How's the stream tonight? Over on Gasumba channel. Lord Gasumba. Okay. So y'all are doing watch and Ginmare, where are you at? Okay, so you're from your standpoint, not quite what you, a couple of times in the night, and you're beginning to hear these bzzz, zzz, you hear buzzing sounds, zzz, shooting by out of, and they quick, and you get these, your dark vision, these streaks of, like a FLIR camera, you'll see it, just goes by you real quick. Tracers. It's kind of like tracers. Yeah, somebody, and you'll just kind of, it's like whoa, and then Lionel, you'll hear quick runs, like it's hoof prints, clopping, and they're running along out of your, other side of the crop area from where you're at. You'll hear, and you'll hear these. Basically it's something's running through the field, and then you'll see a. What do y'all do?
Does it seem magical?
I don't know. You can't tell what it is yet.
Well, I'm gonna
Which way are they flying?
chase. Yeah, I'm gonna chase down
All
the
over.
noise.
But they're into the from where you're getting, they were flying straight in toward the crops.
Well, I'm in the middle of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll hear, and you'll quickly, look in, and then behind your head, zoom, another one will come by, and you'll turn, zoom, and then you'll hear, and then you'll, zoom, zoom, and then you'll see the plant. The plant will just like they'll bend as you hear this zoom, right, shoots right by you, and like a wave just goes straight down the line of plants, and then they kind of flip back up, and some of the hops are gone.
Are we allowed to do anything right now?
Yeah, well, y'all are asleep. You two can decide what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to catch one, knock one out, fly swat, whatever, fairy swat.
So I cast thaumaturgy,
Okay.
and I produce the sound of a blast of thunder, and I elevate my voice 3 times, and I raise the alarm to wake the group up.
The group.
Yeah,
Okay.
gang.
Whoa, wake up, you bums. Something like that. All
Who's
right.
calling me a bum?
and you do that, and then Lionel, you turn as you're trying to figure out your catch, and you bring he gets up for his batting practice because he's now got something up. He wants to knock one out, and you look to the west, and incoming probably about 50 zingers. And you see these lights just coming straight at you. And it sounds like a swarm. And then, and underneath you real quick, these things will run by you. And you catch, because you were prepping for the face swat. And you, out of the corner of your eye, it's a two-legged goat man runs by you. Okay? There's 3 or 4 of them going down another row of plants, just grabbing, just picking the hops off.
Jump one on.
Oh my god!
Jumping on one of them.
I know, and then so that gets your attention. Well, then inbound comes, and it's incoming, and you hear giggles and laughs, and high pitched squeals and all that. And the crops just fold back in front of you, and you're swinging and trying to grab. I'll give you in a second here, but it's a wave, and y'all all see this light up, and
there's light.
Yeah. These little light beams.
Listen, guys, we gotta grab the hops now.
Can I make my way to the light?
Y'all start. Well, you're watching. I'm getting it. There's a reason the lines are drawn a certain way. Okay, and so they come in and they basically bend these plants backwards, but they don't break, and they fling by. And so Leno's going to get hot. But what you see happen though, over here on the east side, is these portals open up. You see these circle portals open up.
God.
Whoosh, and the creatures all just move right through them. Now, Lionel, I will allow you to try to make a dexterity, you make the call to try to, if you're going to try to how
about cat's claws? I've got cat's claws. How about that?
You could tell me what you're trying to do, because you were prepped and you were getting the Babe Ruth scenario, going to go out there and you were going to knock one. You're going to knock one out of the park.
Calling your shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear him roar out there, and you've never heard Lionel roar. So he can roar. What do you want to do?
I'm swinging, just the swinging. Just the swinging.
Just give me a D. Yeah, so give me the roll and whatever the modifier is. Tell me what it is on a D20 roll, whatever. And you can do it right out in the open.
Dex?
It's whatever you're trying to do. You tell me.
Yep, I'll use Dex.
Okay.
Is that a question?
+5.
Okay. All right. So you're going to, so you're catch and grab, and you connect, and you make me, hold on a second. I'm going to, oh boy, there's not much there. You've got this ball of light in your hand. I need a strength check from you now. You connected. I've got a roll. All right. So do you beat it? All right. And you do. And you have got this squeeze, and you see the light kind of fade, and you have a sprite in your hand. If you know what that is.
I do. And I think Lionel would, with being out in the...
Yeah. And let me go. And it's like really high pitched, and the rest of them, paying attention, they're all zipping, and y'all all see the lights, and there's something, you're not sure if Lionel can see in the field and all that, what's going on, but y'all are watching, and this whole wave enters the portal. You'll see him going straight into there. And even Abdul, you'll even see some of these two-legged goat men, it looks like, are running, and they all jump through the portal.
They're jumping in?
They're jumping into the portals.
I want to jump in.
I was going to say, I want to go run and jump in.
Okay. All you can. And Lionel, what are you doing?
I'm holding on for dear life. He is not going anywhere.
Make me a perception check if you see your companions going into the portals, please. Okay, you do. Are you going to join them? Because you've got one choice,
I am
yes or
not.
no.
No.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Leonel's got the. Let me go, you bastard! You big hairy feline furball! And it's cussing at you in these multiple languages and high pitched screams. Yeah. And yeah. You'll be choking a hairball! And the four of y'all pop into this portal, and that's where we'll hold for the night. Dun, dun, dun. What will they see on the other side? We don't know.
Hopefully not hell.
Don't know.
Probably the Fae
I've
plane.
been falling for 15 minutes.
Yeah, y'all just, and you'll hear laughs and giggles. Oh no! Big fat ones are in here.
Fat one.
Yeah. All right. We will hold there for the night. You'll have to be back next week to see what the hell they have gotten themselves into. Mwah. I was trying to get to that spot and I knew it was going to hold. So, what have they uncovered? Good job, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. All right, folks. We will be back tomorrow night on the Wizards of the Couch channel with our Lost Minds of Phandelver gang, 8 o'clock Central. And then next week we will, Monday night, mark your calendars. We got Robert Schwab on the Wizards of the Couch roundtable talking about RPG design, and all the stuff he's done, with Wizards and with, he's been with multiple groups and even his, Shadow of the Demon Lord rule set, and having some fun with that, and then regular streaming. New shows coming up, like we said. The Monday after that, we will start the Shifting Sands, where I will actually become a player. And one of the other players is going to DM. We're going to have a group there running some homebrew on Monday nights here on the channel. And then Josh, Mech45, within a month. We still haven't committed full yet what date, when he's going to start, but we'll be doing his Tales of the Sanguine Isle on Wednesday nights. And then our Halloween Spooktaculars. We've got 4 Twitch channels: Mercs of Mischief, Nightheart Gaming. We've got Jingo and Mega Roleplay Network. 4 channels are going to be players that are going to participate on Sunday night full cam games. We're going to celebrate Halloween by running through the Haunt 1 and then the Haunt 2, leading up to the release of Haunt 3, as they're still furiously riding away apparently. And then we're also going to run some other players on Wednesday night on the Wizards of the Couch channel, doing the same thing. And we start that on September the 29th on Sunday nights, and running up until the last week in Halloween. Yep, Nightheart, good to see it. Yep, the 2 of his players, him and himself. And what's her? I forgot your companion that's coming on for the channel. We'll have 5 players, but we did it last year, the Haunt 2, with some channels, and had a blast. And this time we're going to run the game, so we'll take a few weeks to run them through the series as they're trying to figure out all this. And we're going to work in, I'm sorry, I'm rambling here a little bit, but we're going, Anne, thank you. So we're going to work in it's 5th edition, gameplay, but we're going to work in a little Call of Cthulhu mythos, the 5th edition rules stuff that was written with Cthulhu. We're going to work in some of the madness and things that could happen to you when you have a horror story like this. And we'll see how they prevail. We don't know. And I've been reading up on it, still trying to learn it. But that's our schedule. We got a lot going on for October, which I like. October is my favorite month. And then hopefully I'll decompress for a little bit at Gamehole Con. And then we'll figure out what we'll do for the holidays. All right. We're going to sign off here. Want to thank everybody for watching. The Tavern Poll. Oh my God. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Bad news. Okay. So we have, let me see. I had it in chat earlier. The group would like the chat here to name the tavern. Troll Skull Manor is getting renamed. And here are the choices. It won't have spaces in them, but I apologize. The choices are the Unlucky Die, the Ghost Harp Tavern, the Sword and Sorcery Pub, Tap and Barrel, and Rejects Revere's Inn and Pub. So, y'all, if you would like to vote, we'll run our outro here. But if y'all would like to type in your names for what you think they should rename the Troll Skull Manor, they would appreciate it. And like I said, we'll be back here tomorrow night on the Wizards of the Couch channel, running the Lost Minds of Phandelver group. But we want to thank everybody for watching. Other than that, we will see y'all later. Take care. And please vote. Put your names in the chat there. Thanks.
Bye bye.